Hi, recording is started. I am playing fucking off-road trading company because ADHD. Fight me.
Nah, we're good.
Alright, still getting the audio.
Okay. Keep fighting. And if we've started, who would like to do recap?
I can do it.
Give me
Okay.
1 second.
Let's hear.
Well, we got on a boat. We traveled on the boat. We met up some pirates. The pirates were dicks, tried to run away from us. We captured them. Through some druid shenanigans. Thanks to Navi. This was the session before last. This session, or last session, we interrogated them. Learned that there was a, fucking pirate gathering near to the place we need to go. Because them fuckers be planning to sink the entire navy, I guess. Or have the navy be crippled for their plans because sea bitch be sea bitchin'. We got to this island after deciding to nope the fuck away from multiple sea encounters.
One of them being a portal that went to a place.
Yep.
At least seemed to be a portal from what some people could perceive.
That did happen. We then got to the island where Alexandra's inquisitorial estate lies, where a pseudo-settlement recolonization effort is, which is being officially directed by the Inquisition. Because small army do small army things. We need an income stream somehow, right? So we got to this island. We talked to the head merchant that's here. And then we more or less went straight to the druid of the island.
No, you first encountered with Roan. And some people didn't like the merchant, well some people did.
I covered that. After we talked to her when we went to the druid.
Which was Teggy, who had a lovely banjo greeting.
Yep. We talked with them a little bit, and we just kind of like, hey, here's some information. Them. Banjo. After we talked to them, they offered, hey, would you like to go to the Upside Down? And you were like, the fuck's the Upside Down? And then Navi was like, hell yeah! So we went there. Alexandra did not like it. So Alexandra ripped her hole through reality and forced her way through.
Some interesting bits of information like 265 came out. There was a hop skip little dance across some stones and then you dived forward as the ground gave way while everyone was holding hands and you fell deep into the earth into a strange place. Gravity had reversed and you had clouds that had legs that were moving across the skies. The shadows were alive and moving. Like it was a happy place, and even the snow angels in the moss had mushrooms growing around them. As Mischief just had their fun. But while Mischief was enjoying themselves, unfortunately Tavian and Alexandra just wanted to get out of there. And Swimmer was eating some of the mushrooms.
Yeah, we don't want him turning up like Teggy.
Technically, a certain masked individual should have also been there. But they also were not feeling well from that session, so they weren't there, and they're not here currently. So I have to wait for Impale to come around to see what they would have done in that situation. But for now, we can start off with you guys coming back through, with Alexandra just yeeting themselves through. Falling back into the area as the ground gives way, as you stand or land on your rumps in the stone circles, the animals greeting the group with a little bit of noise. The banjo, for the moment, going quiet as your new druid companion just turns to the group. Smiles all around, just curious and waiting to see if anyone's going to say anything.
Well, that was something.
It was a lot of something with the upside down. You see Mischief just laying down trying to make an angel, but the grass doesn't grow like the upside down. Just becomes a bit smushed. Still an angel, but it's just smushed grass. One of the rabbits just jumps on over and takes a perch on top of Mischief's head. They poke back. So, is there anything else? Did you come here for a purpose? I actually haven't asked. Did you come here for a purpose? Did you want to say anything? If you wanted some music, I could do that.
We...
Like this?
Yes, thank you. We came here for... Well, Tavian, how would you best describe our reasoning to be here?
We are here to drop off a bunch of pirates, resupply, and then go save probably the entirety of what's left of Alnora.
Yeah, about that.
I don't know why you want to give me powers. You want me to throw them into the upside down or something? I'll
No,
feed them
I'm
to
not
the
adding them.
animals. Maybe they could be good nourishment for the plants too. I could do a few things with them, but I'm not sure what you want me to do with them really.
We're not handing them to you, we're dropping them off on this island with some authorities. We came to talk to you because we thought it would be a good idea for Navi to meet you. Which apparently you already know each other.
Yes, it was good to see them again, though they don't remember me, which is sad, but they're having fun. And we're not throwing them into the portal. That could have been fun to see their reaction, but then again, they're pirates. They might have gone the whole, hey, I'm going to steal that person thing, which probably would end badly for them, but maybe it could be good. It depends.
It would end badly for them, yes. The pirates.
Well, it was certainly good to see you all again, and I hope you visit again soon if you're planning to.
We'll see. But... thank you.
You're quite welcome. I look forward to seeing how you grow.
Yeah.
The only downside I can think for putting them down there is I'll forget about them.
I don't particularly see that as a downside. Although they do have useful information.
Well, I can't. If we're not helping with the pirates, anything else that can help you, and you. They start pointing to the animals as well, adding them to the U's. Oh, you want some stacks? Here you go. A berry for you, a berry for you, and a berry for you. Putting one on top of Mischief. But yes, anything I can help you with before you head out?
There's this big stone archway in the middle of the ocean. Any idea what that could be?
Funny, I think there's one of them growing in the Upside Down too, in the... Huh. Maybe it's a way to the Upside Down. I think I saw one over the stormy areas. Where the sky meets the ground and the water meets the sky. I don't go over there because, well, I need to walk. And the water is funny. It's not really something I deal with.
That's fair, I guess.
Also, I'll probably be... Like, the sky is really, really big, and if the sky is beating the waters, as it's doing currently, that's bad. Not really sure what's happening there.
I think the world is actively falling apart, but that's just my theory.
Well, yes, that usually happens, but it doesn't affect the Upside Down, like, grandly, like, if this is what's causing it. So, maybe.
Well, I mean, like, the political structures of the world fall apart. Yeah, sure. No, I'm talking, like, actually physically falling apart. Somehow. Possibly. I gotta stop that.
Navi did say something about the Upside Down and the top side joining together in the north, so that could be maybe why things are going funky. Because that should not be happening. Nope, nope.
It probably is. You know, the reason.
Oh! The masked one is here. Hello.
Hello, Masked One.
You didn't say anything last time I saw you, so I was happy to see you. Hello, hello. How did you enjoy the Upside Down? You were very quiet when you landed there and just floated back up. Did you like seeing the grand stones? The moving clouds with legs? Okay. Just nods. That's... You're a very quiet bunch. You don't talk enough. Express yourselves.
I'll take up painting.
With all the colours of the wind?
Now you see, Gary. You understand Teggy very well.
With being no details about them, I apparently know them very well indeed.
Colours of the wind. It's the exact time of joke fucking Teggy would make, man.
Right.
Oh, this one's spoken. They'll get a stick of that poking Tavian.
Yeah.
They do
Feeling better? Like you look like you are going to throw up during the whole flipping. Or did you throw up? If you did, throw up the flowers. That's good nutrient.
I didn't, and I don't think I'm going to.
Are you sure? That's not poking your belly.
What did that ass?
I'm not
like...
No, not immediately. Look, I'm just
Yeah.
ready to move on to the next. We gotta go.
Gotta go, check
Trying to
out,
trying to keep my home from sinking.
Good luck with that, though. If it does sink, maybe find a new home that is sinkable. Or learn not to breathe. That is also an option.
Well, considering it used to be a part of a landmass, the fact that it's floating in the water in the first place is a little upsetting.
Oh, you're an old one. Okay.
Counter-argument. The fact that it's floating in the water now, as we speak, is the natural and right way for it on the water.
Yeah.
And
Teggy begins to just run after Navi has begun to run around the group in circles.
okay then. I'm
Um,
I vote to
Tavian
ignore that.
Tavian immediately just shoves an apple into fucking the sass. Just Alexander's in there just fucking full mouth sassing. Tavian just shoves an apple in her mouth.
Takes out the apple and bites into it.
So...
Rude.
I'm at least feeling better now. I'm not spitting out mushrooms that are wiggling. So where to next exactly? I've not been here before.
Well,
We got to go to the actual estate to organize the, transfer? Yeah, let's go with transfer.
Okay, do you know the way to that place?
Yeah, it's the castle. Like, I can see it.
Okay. And we go. Well, I can't leave the circle area, at least not at the moment. So I can't go, but I can stop.
I'm sorry that you can't leave the circle. I know
Well,
one
I
day
can,
you'll be able
but
to.
I was in the middle of my performance and helping all of these little ones just get a little bit smarter. And they learned how to dance with it too. Enjoy
Oh my
themselves.
God.
when Teggy says the words make them smarter, Tavian's eyes cross and he looks at the little fucking kobold. You're not awakening these animals, are you?
Yes?
Tell me you're not doing that. Don't.
But
Oh.
I've already done that though. I've been doing it for a while.
How many talking animals are there on this island?
Well, that's the reason why I have to guide people into the forest. To stop them from accidentally doing something that upsets people.
Oh my God. Tavian, the answer's all of them.
I hate this. I hate this. I'm not gonna be able to eat meat on this island without feeling sick to my stomach.
Oh, you can. It's just they'll try to eat you back. At least the predators.
No. You have made all of the life here sentient, and I will not eat a
Wait,
sentient life.
hold on. Did you also awaken, like, the livestock?
You better not have.
What do you count as livestock?
Like, the chickens and the cows.
Well, if they wanted to, they'd sure.
Did,
I have to ask first. I'll need permission.
how many of them What do the people of this island do when the cow starts talking?
I don't know.
I'll have to ask someone. I have to know this.
I
Well-
don't want to know.
Most-
I feel like I legally have to.
Well, as Navi is saying, like, most of them don't want to do that. They just want to
Okay.
eat grass and enjoy themselves.
Okay.
But there is some things that do. It's rare. But, like, the ones around here are all people that want to be a bit smarter. There's a reason why it's my little circle of mis...
Okay, so these people gesturing around herself are the exceptions, not the rules.
Yes! Like, the little one on the shoulder. The, like, They point over to the chipmunk that was resting on your shoulder.
Alexandra will just give it a gentle head pat.
They wiggle.
Alright. This is a weird day, but I'm somehow okay with it.
Like, the forest as well has a lot of ones that want to be smart, but also ones that also just want to hunt. Or they want to hide in their burrows and be happy.
Okay,
It's a mix.
it's fair.
Though if you go traveling through the forest without a guide, you should be aware you're free game at that point.
Fair enough.
There's a reason there's a whole situation where I help the hunters move through paths so they know not to get caught. We had agreement.
Okay. Oh my god, there's probably like werewolves on this island too, and they just call them the doggies.
I don't know what a werewolf is, but there is lots of doggies here.
Alexandra just looks at Tavian and just nods.
Though if you want people things and not animal things like me, you should go speak to Bertha. Or if you're just trying to get people moved, which I was told that's a bad thing, you know, that's like that slaves thing. Should be doing that.
They're prisoners and we're stopping them from making slaves.
Well, are you going to put them in cages?
Temporarily until justice can be sought out against them.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Like, you just gotta do justice, just eat them.
Maybe later.
Oh, and Impale can talk. Welcome, Impale.
Sorry about that. I had a puppy thought it'd be fun to give me a gift in the way of just pooping on my foot.
Of course, the foot.
Yes, I am here.
Then, any questions that you would like to ask this kobold Moomy, as you missed it last session on this one?
I would say I have none, for I am just exploring the area itself. Possibly looking into the ocean as they are on land. Or close to land, at least.
Okay. Then, while here, you would have heard this little musical ditty from the banjo-playing kobold before you got thrown into a massive Alice in Wonderland kind of hole and ended up in the Upside Down where everything is mystical before just heading back into the sky and out of it as Tavian and Alexander was not having a good time. So they wanted out.
Sounds awkward.
And now it looks
Then,
like... Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, then, yeah, I just would be exploring, learning about the environment, gathering information as much as I can.
Okay, would you be separating from the group to try and just talk to the locals?
Yeah. Why not? Impale is there to entertain.
Okay, Navi is zoning out. The zoomies has tired them out, so they fall. And if you're separating from the party and just speaking to the locals, and doing your little performances, is there anything you wanted to try and find out? Anything you're asking?
Generally, what is the hottest news around this town specifically is mainly because that might bring our focus to what we need to look for. Since usually it's like if things are hidden, they're hidden. But if there's something that's big that might, connect to what we had happen, might as well just make sure that we know the local rumors, So I'm just gathering information just to make sure that we're not missing anything as we're traveling.
So the person you'll end up speaking to is, well, at least one of them, will be Percy. Yes, you're asking for rumors and gossip. I believe there's actually a role for corralling. What is it again? Persuasion could work. If you're going around just trying to find gossip and rumors. So roll me a persuasion.
I might die. I say persuasion, get a nat 1. I insulted their whole family lineage.
Oh.
You said that one, I can see the one over there, like, damn, but that's a
Is
7. So,
But I have a 7, so we're lucky.
so you're doing a little performance, and you are strange, you are odd, you've got this mask on, you're throwing knives about, which have a bit people tense, because while this place is connected to Alno, not everyone is carrying weapons here. It's a bit more of a peaceful area. So, there's caution there. And then you're just going into people's faces asking about the rumors. You come just across Percy that squints at you. Well, if you're looking for rumors like, are you asking like the wives' tales, what people are saying when they're passing by, or part of our settlement itself, like what you want?
Honestly, whatever you can give me. It is a wondrous thing, for I am a performer. If I hear stories, I share the stories. If they're just rumors about the town, I learn more about the town. If I am just hearing about how this farmer is angry about their potatoes, well, that makes some people laugh when I bring back the news.
Then I guess there's a strange thing in the woods that's been making a lot of ruckus. You can go check that out, maybe. Oh, I think
When
there's
you
also
say-
something.
When you say like a lot of ruckus, like, you know, a band playing ruckus, are you talking about like creeping creature roaring in the distance ruckus?
It's just a lot of weird noises. Oh, and there's an issue with the Southwell. People aren't using it because there's been weird noises from it too.
I think I have someone that wouldn't mind traveling in the woods.
Then feel free to do that. Good luck.
This might be a rare moment where they might ask a woods person to join them.
And who is the woods person you're going to speak to as Percy quickly skedaddled after giving those hints?
Scurries off to go find our tree person, Navi. Because why not? They're Mother Nature.
They're typing. While they're typing, Tavian, Alexandra, where are you two heading off to?
To the castle?
Okie dokie. Is that true for you as well, Tavian? Are you going to be wandering off, following the other people that have separated? Oh! Navi goes, shit, smoke bomb, and just ninja vanishes. as they run off in a random direction. Are you attempting to hide or are you just running, Nava? Okay, so they're running away from you, Impale, for some reason.
Begins to do cartwheels menacingly to chase after them.
The chase is on. I'm not sure how long this chase will go on for, but you start running through the village, definitely drawing attention. And while that is happening, and the scream pierces the air, Alexander and Tavian, if they're here, because they haven't said a word.
Tavian, poke poke, poke poke, you're being quiet.
I am being quiet, I'm thinking.
Stop being so contemplative inside and to say things out loud.
Well, I got a lot on my mind there, Alexandra.
Speak
A lot
your
has happened over-
mind, companion of mine. As I continue to interrupt you.
So, wise dragon of the sea city, Fort, where should I put my... no, fucking, look. We got a lot of shit going on. We gotta get to this fucking island. We gotta basically find an army by ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to go in there, basically fight a fucking dragon. By ourselves. We gotta go in there and possibly kill, probably kill someone that I cherish deeply. As they are one of the very few people who treated me as a human back when I was still fucked up in the head and wearing the mask. The child of another dead best friend.
Hey, I treated you like a person. A weirdo,
Yes, you
but
did.
a person.
I said back then,
Fair enough.
and to top it all off, things with Tola continue to get interesting and curious.
Oh.
You can owe all you want there, Alexandra.
Spill the tea.
Unlike you,
Spill the tea.
unlike
Spill the
you,
tea.
I'm not
Spill the tea.
Nate. No.
Aww.
Other than I have to figure out where I'm going to find certain types of makeup and possibly an elephant.
What?
Exactly. Shit's getting kind of interesting.
How? What?
Don't ask questions.
Dude, an elephant?
You get no context for this. An elephant singular. I am not taking care of more than one elephant.
Wait, you're trying to get it as a pet?
Apparently.
As you're making this conversation, you'll have the scent of the vineyards passing by as you get towards the bridge. And I'll just open up this image. You're not there yet to see them, but just to get a general look at this person.
Yeah.
And as you're getting to the bridge, you can hear the sounds of what is clearly training noises. The grunt of straying, muffled but across the bridge where a gateway is set up to prevent people from coming in. And a couple of lazy guards just leaning against the doorways.
Miguel, straighten up.
It's not Tulio, Miguel.
I know, I'm so used to saying it.
And while that is happening to you guys, you start move towards the guards. Navi, if could you go to the mic real quick with Impale to make this easier for me? Any chance?
I don't know if they can talk right now or not.
That's why I'm asking. I'm not sure what's happening with the mic situation. If you can't talk, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify. I hear noise. Is that our lovely missing Navi? Okay. In that case, I'll just speak what's happening. Impale.
Yes.
Navi, you're doing this chasing, you're causing a ruckus. There's a screaming from Navi as this large, overweight woman with wrinkles covering her face steps out of her office with a rolling pin. As Bertha Butch just glowers at the both of you. What in the blazes are you doing? Stop it, both of you.
I'm gonna see what Navi does because if they keep running, I have to do another roll for some sort.
She is going to attempt to grab you by the back of your clothes, Navi, as you're running by with even louder scream. Could I get an athletics or acrobatic roll, please?
I'm curious how well Navi will avoid this.
I am too.
Apparently not at all. BRB.
I'll get a natural one, but nope. With that 5, the woman grabs Navi by the back of their clothes and picks them up like a stray wild cat, giving Impale a chance to catch up.
Alright, I'm gonna roll 2 things, and I'm gonna explain why. So, Impale will do things even if it hurts them, as you guys already know.
Oh,
So-
Navi poofs out of existence. What?
I think it's just an ability they have. But what I was gonna say is like basically if you have done somersaults nonstop, your blood in your brain is not gonna be okay.
Yeah.
They do it for the sake of entertainment. So another con save. Oh my gosh.
Yep, you managed to make it. You land, your arms reach out to grab the Navi, and suddenly they're gone from their grasp, and you have this glowering large woman looking down at you. Well, they've disappeared now, you. What exactly is all of this, dearie?
A new way to present my show? Ta-da! As they
It's
try
a
to make the
terrible
poopy-
show. You would get booed off the stage.
Haven't had that happen yet, but I think it's because people are rather terrified to boo someone with the knives.
Yes, about that. Why are you here and why are you doing this? Ah, my head.
Why, I'm just trying to gather as much information as I possibly can, and I have a good friend of mine that is very good at gathering information of things. But, as you could tell, they disappeared.
Yes, I don't know where they went, and I really don't care as long as they're not screaming anymore. Ah. Good luck finding your friend. I'm going back to work. Paperwork to fill out.
I mean, what do you do for work out of curiosity? I might as well introduce myself to you in particular. I am Impale.
Bertha. Bertha Butch. I'm the quartermaster of this settlement.
Oh, good to know. Then I've been told that there's been strange noises about in this area. Are you concerned with them at all?
Can't say I'm really concerned. The woodsman kobold thing, the purple one, hasn't seemed to be concerned. And one well that's just been pulled away when we've got several of them set up isn't really much of an issue.
But it'd be interesting for someone to investigate, no?
If you'd like to do that, go ahead. Though I plan to walk into the woods alone? Oh, without a guide?
That's why I was going to invite the person that disappeared in front of me to join, because they're pretty good at navigating the woods. I might have to go alone. But then again, I don't think I should. I think someone would murder me. I think the said person that disappeared would reappear and choke me to death.
Potentially. Then maybe try and find them to inform them of your plan.
Oh, hi, Finn. I didn't realize you were here. As the voice slips.
Yeah, my voice slips. So, dear, anything else? Fine. Anything? Alright.
Oh, no. I'll just be aware of my surroundings next time with things, and nice to meet you. For now, ta-ta! Begins to cartwheel off.
Yeah, if you're trying to kill them, don't do that in my city. Do it in the woods. She'll grumble as she waddles back into her station. As she waddles, Tavian! You suddenly have a Navi in your face.
I think he's gone.
Oh, is it still BRB?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we can't do anything until he jumps back in, so... Because you guys are still moving across the bridge. All three of you over there now, so... Impale, where are you going? Moomy also leave?
All by ourselves.
I apologize. I had my puppy just bite me, so I was like, alright,
Yeah.
timeout.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just perfect timing. So, we're still waiting for Tavian to get back. So, where are you heading as Impale?
I mean, Navi disappeared, although I understand. You know, someone charging at you with cartwheels is terrifying.
Cartwheels and somersaults, and they're still somehow getting closer while doing that. That is pretty terrifying.
I might as well just return back to where the posse is and just let them know what I might do. Maybe I have to take an escort with me because, well, I don't want to have the group angry at me.
Okay, then, while you're heading to catch up to them, and Tavian still isn't here, but we have Alexandra that sees this, so Alexandra, suddenly there is a Navi that suddenly appears in front of Tavian. They exist now there in front of you.
Definitely didn't punch my mic. Hi, Navi. We were just gonna go talk to the leader of this place. I'm surprised the guards... Oh no, you just appeared. Hi. What's going on? Why'd you just teleport?
The clown wants my bone.
You mean the clown that isn't wearing a clown mask anymore?
Yes!
Alright. But why? Okay, but why do they want to steal your bones? And why do you think they want your bones? They could chase you for many different reasons. Not specifically because of your bones. Maybe they just think you're playing tag. Alright. I doubt Impale would want to steal your bones. But I have been wrong in the past, so I'm not going to discount it completely.
Impale. Off in the distance, you spot your group. They're on the bridge.
Spot your prey.
Alright. Impale will do what Impale does best. They start doing parkour and tumbling until they reach a high point, and then they will jump off the high point to reach the group.
So, a weird sight is happening behind you, Alexander, as you can hear people letting out confused gasps and stepping out of the way. As you see Impale, though they're a bit of a distance away, parkouring over the ruins and then climbing up the watchtower that's set up near the bridge for some reason to get to a high point. Looking down at the group from up high and then diving down towards you guys.
Okay. Hi, Impale. Are you going to try and steal Navi's bones?
Ha, you really cracked me up for that joke.
Cracked like the bones.
Thank you, Finn.
That wasn't me. I don't know who that was.
Looks around.
I don't know. Hey, that was me. The guard that's just been watching this all happening just gives a wave.
You're really
Also,
bad
you're-
at your job.
Well, my job is to stop people from going through the doorway. At least at the moment, and your friend just turned into a mouse.
You know what? That's fine. They're allowed to be a mouse. But maybe they can go find some cheese.
You're really working me to the bone! As I leap off from the thing and chase this mouse as fast as they can.
Why did I hear an eagle screech?
Oh, the cloud into the bag, the inside Alexander's bag.
I'm
Hi,
still jumping off from the distance.
David.
Harry just comes. He blinks his eyes, suddenly sees the sight of Impale diving inside of the backpack of Alexander and basically clambering onto their back to get into it.
Alexander is
Chaos is-
just standing there looking so goddamn
I mean-
tired.
I mean, let's make it interesting, Gary. I gotta roll an acrobatics to make it into a bag that small.
That's true. Make the acrobatics check. Would you like to resist them attempt to get inside of your bag?
Alexandra would. For the sake of, why the fuck are you jumping in my bag? No, you're gonna rip it. Stop it.
Okay. So acrobatics for our lovely Impale, and whatever you'd like. Well, acrobatics or athletics. It's either or for this. We'll treat it as a grapple check.
Go ahead and roll my athletics, because I want to give them an actual challenge. That's a 12. Never mind.
I mean, I could roll a 1. We're gonna find out as Impale will take a deep breath. First things first, I'm gonna roll this because I'm gonna be honest, as someone that has done a lot of parkour and a lot of crazy gymnastics,
Yeah.
someone going as hard as they can, they're gonna be fucking tired at this point. So I'm gonna roll another one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they're a machine. That's not a good thing though. That means that they might just push themselves too hard.
Okay, so
Acrobatics.
a quick explanation for Tavian, if you're here still. Come to the words.
Please. I'm so lost.
You guys are walking on the bridge to head to the doorway. Then suddenly, out in front of you appeared a Navi. You were blinking in confusion as they were saying a clown was coming to steal their bones. They were coming to steal their bones. Going all panic, screeching moment. And as Alexander was questioning this bone situation, noise appeared from behind. The somersaulting clown of Impale, skipping, climbing up the tower, and then dive bombing like an eagle towards the group. Navi, in a fit of panic, turned into a mouse, scurried up the back of Alexandra as they were looking towards Impale, and climbed to the backpack with a scream of bone snatcher. And now we're in the current moment of Impale clambering up the back of said Alexandra as they tried to resist them and grab them, then shoving her face into the bag and starting to squeeze into it in this strange koala legs digging into Alexander's back pose as tiny mouse Navi has the massive face and mask of Impale looming in above them.
Oh my god. Alexandra
Now I'll
would
roll
like
the
to try and...
acrobatics.
Alexandra would like to try and take off the bag. And throw it.
That would... Taking it off wouldn't be an issue. Throwing it,
Well,
you
like,
need to make a check.
quote, should I say, throw it away from, like, just this, like, just turn it... Correction. I would like to just, try and pull Impale out of my bag and Navi out of the bag also. Like, one
Definitely
hand
a
on
bit
him.
harder, but you can try and get Impale out first. If we could have another check and have a attack roll from the mice as you're trying to chew your way out of the bag.
Oh
Okay.
no, are they really chewing out of the bag? Ah!
Just 26 to pull Impale away.
You can make a resistance roll, Impale.
I think I'm gonna lose this one because we both have the same stats. I would need to roll a 19 or a 20.
Nope.
I got
So
a 9.
the sight from above the Navi is a vision of Impale looming. They're getting close, their hands are reaching. Then suddenly they're gone. And up above you see the vision of the sky once more from the flapping. And then, Tavian, you now have a mouse on your shoulder.
What I'm hearing though is that I don't think Alexandria is being nice about me in the bag. They just throw me off, basically, is what I'm hearing.
Imagine this. A small child getting into underneath the kitchen sink.
Oh, so you've been picked up.
Yeah.
Why? What the hell? The both of you looks at Navi and then Impale, and then Impale, and then back to Navi.
I would
Impale's
appreciate.
not.
I was just gonna.
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead. I'm just gonna be in your arms for this moment. It's not the same, though. Being caressed by you, it's rather strange.
I would appreciate if you both keep out of my personal effects, as I just fucking drop Tola. Or Impale. Just right on there, Keister.
Do you try to have a graceful landing, or do you accept the bump rub onto the stone pathway?
I mean, I'll roll acrobatics to let that decide. We're gonna see, because this time we'll roll at disadvantage, because truthfully, this moment of like them not having that momentum going because Alexandria just made them like chill the fuck out for that moment might catch up.
Then have that roll. Nope, you land like a cat.
Jesus Christ, Impale.
Like, all the good rolls are being wasted on shenanigans.
Look, guys. I really like the energy, not gonna lie, however.
I think we're all ladies.
I'm surrounded.
I'm not.
Times. Well, I think your wife-to-be has decided otherwise.
Never tried wearing a dress, I guess I could.
Oh my god, please.
You'll work on that, apparently.
It's just fabric, I don't see any issue with it.
Oh my god.
As long as it's not on my
Bliss.
tips, though. Maybe like a skirt, just a skirt.
Belly
It
dancer.
Probably a
Awesome.
kilt would be on.
Belly
Yeah,
dancer's
just a little-
costume.
Yeah. And look at Navi and just Navi, I can't understand. Wait, yeah, I can. Hold on. And he just speak with animals because he can. What the fuck is Navi saying to him? It's the fact that I can do that. I forgot that I could do that. This race change thing is fucked with my cans and can'ts. But it's just so good. I can understand animals now. Animals. She can't steal your bones. Not how that works.
See, look, that's what I was saying.
Like, I mean, I know a few spells that can take bones, but you don't see me fucking doing it.
I mean, I guess you could just... Alexandra makes like a squelch sound and then pop.
I look back at Impale and I look at their biceps and I look back. Probably not.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, look. Bone thief? By backwards flipping like a bone thief. I'm sorry, bone thief?
Maybe there's something like that in the Upside Down that gets closer to you by flipping. It's a moment of travel.
So what you're saying is what I did was a bonehead move. Got you.
Alexandra just lays down.
I love the most interesting people. I love the most interesting people, but dear God, do they hurt my brain?
I love you too, Tavian.
You hurt my brain the least, but you still hurt my brain. Fuck's sake, I
Regardless
just
of-
wanna...
They want me to have their bones?
No, they
Why?
want you to not have their bones.
I mean,
So
I don't think they have bones, for they are made of wood. I might be wrong. Or am I right? I have no clue.
Well,
All I can say is there's no bones I want, there's no bones to jump, and there are no bones to steal.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
currently a mouse, so I'm pretty sure they have bones like this at least.
I just look at Alexander mid fucking joke, and I was like, "You better fucking not."
You know, sorry for you, Tavian. Looks like you're not getting any.
Well, now that all of this weirdness is coming to a stop, maybe why are you here in the bridge?
We're
Oh,
trying to.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
I'm just.
Like, you're just laying down there, like, this is weird.
You're weird.
I just want to. There's
What
a
can we
fucking.
say? We're bone to be wild.
I'm so tired.
Now I know how Mom feels.
Do you?
How's it-
Do you really?
Not really.
I curse you. I curse you to have at least one ruby.
And it's only been 3 hours into the morning.
Regardless, I was actually going to ask someone to help me be able to go down into the woods and investigate the noises. Maybe that's why they're worried I'm the bone thief. Maybe they already know what's happening in the woods.
No.
You know?
No. What's happening in the woods is there's a bunch of animals that have been awakened by that druid. So there's just a bunch of talking animals that can make a lot of weird noises.
Aren't you a bona fide genius then?
What's up with all the bone puns right now?
I do not
Navi.
know. I'm still trying to figure out why you're here. Like, if you just want to chat, maybe.
We're talking. We're coming. We're trying to talk to your boss.
He's currently training the new recruit.
Okay,
If
but
you talk
like,
about Instructor Hawk.
I mean, yes, him, but also like the guy that runs this entire place.
It's a mixed bag of people, but yeah, Instructor Hawk for this training bit behind me, sure.
Hi, Sir Alexander Augustakar. Nice to meet you.
Do you have identification?
Goes into the bag, pulls out like the signet papers and all that shit. It's probably a slightly torn and chewed up. Thanks to Navi.
Yeah, they take it. It's no, Navi hasn't chewed it up.
Navi, they've not. They're
She's
not
a
a
good
bone
mouse.
thief. If they were a bone thief, they already would have stole mine.
They begin.
By the way, you do have good bones.
While you have this conversation, the guard is getting out a magnifying glass and looking over the documents. Seems to severely doubt what they're reading as they look over to you, then back to the documents, as if they're scrutinizing it with extra care for any falsehoods.
Like after the third time, Alexandra's just making silly faces as they keep glancing back at her.
Okay, what exactly do you want with the instructor?
Oh, we have prisoners.
Okay, because it started with this whole bone situation.
Yeah, this is new.
Do you want me to just get a bucket with some fish bones and hand it over to you? Would that solve this?
No, we came on
They
the
don't
fish
want
bones.
bones. I'm going to throw everyone on this bridge off the bridge. Every
That'll
single one
get
of
you arrested.
Wouldn't
And
be
you'd
the
going
first
to
time.
the
Look,
cells.
fine, fine, fine.
And Nicholas, go inform the instructor that we've got some guests and see if they're permitted to come inside. I have to look over to his other guard that's just been observing in utter silence, dead-eyed, fish-eyed look over the group.
Just
One eye blinks, the other eye blinks, and they nod, turn, and go inside.
Just a man that's absolutely not paid here for enough for this bullshit.
I'm not paid enough for this bullshit.
You
The
choose to
mouse
be
is
here.
scared. The mouse
Yep.
is scared as in pale cackles. And And as this is happening, a bit of silence lingers for a moment before a sound of what sounds to be like a heavy implement impacting against the stone begins to come on closer. And then through the doorway, the sight of this figure peeks on through.
Hey,
As you see, the elder figure of Instructor Hawk Con. A retired member of the Inquisition who lost their sight and with their old age has decided to settle down and train the youngsters, proving that even though they can no longer see, they've still got their other senses.
As somebody who has blind sight, does it look like he's walking like he knows what he's doing?
Looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I gotcha. So blind sight.
They tilt their head to the side as their milky eyes just observe. Well, attention, men, women. What exactly do you need of me? And stand up straight. I can hear you slouching.
I'm actively laying on the ground.
I know. Stand.
Just Alexandra will stand up, dust herself off. Good to see you again.
You still need discipline.
I think I am doing a-okay in the game of life.
What is it you want, Alexandra?
Oh, we have prisoners.
Yes, what kind of prisoners?
Pirate
Are we
prisoners.
getting them transferred back to the capital? They're being kept here.
Kept here
we have
temporarily
the-
until the Navy comes around for resupply.
That's doable. Do we have the identification of the prisoners? What are their crime?
Piracy, slaving,
Kidnapping.
kidnapping.
I like how you guys are just adding crimes they technically didn't do.
No, they did all of those technically. Maybe not the slavery thing. No, he straight up admitted that he's done that he's sold slaves.
That's,
No,
So yeah, no.
well, his words were that he freed slaves and recruited them.
Oh right, no, that's right.
Slaving.
Not slavery. He didn't do any slaving, piracy, and kidnapping. False imprisonment. But he definitely admitted to piracy. And meeting up with somebody over a theoretical possible treasonous act. Considering the person doing the treasonous act is the person
I like how
with
the mouth
Inquisition.
is just speaking into your ear, like, wait a minute, she was a stowaway, mate.
Oh, I didn't know that. Might be the mouse says that after Tavian says the words that he said. He just goes, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, she even said to the group that she was a stowaway.
Yep, no,
He's
just
a
blinking.
bastard. We'll just make up crimes. It's fine.
No, oh no, absolutely not. I have morals.
I
don't
do
like to
too.
lie.
I'm actively breaking an oath. Yeah. It's fine.
Oh, right.
I'm just gonna change my oath to Oath of the Ancients. It's better anyways.
Yeah, but she works with us. She's fine.
I can hear everything you're saying.
Yeah, no shit. Just,
So, the crime is piracy. You
it
have.
looks like, yeah. Well, to be fair, also a possible treasonous act. That's truth. They were looking into working with an individual called Otola, who was recruiting pirates to possibly fuck over the entire Navy and Dalnor as a whole, possibly sinking it. So,
Okay.
conspiracy? Treason?
Potential conspiracy confirmed piracy. Will ask some more intense question. Okay, we could have them moved over to ourselves. Not the most maintained, as we're still settling things here and reinforcing, but they're functional. A lot of the funding went into establishing the manor for your family. They haven't quite approved of, but it's been done. Your
Well, the manor
personal
is...
abode here is clean and well, and
The manor has a bunch of purposes. Like, this is technically the manor. Gesturing around at the fort. Like, it's a whole thing. You don't gotta make it sound
True.
like it's...
uh, just disagreements I have with your family aren't really tied to any of it.
I mean... I'm curious, honestly.
Just different ideas of when the funding should be focused on.
Okay, I mean, where do you think the funding should be focused on?
Re-establishing the defenses of this place, the walls.
Instead of...
I think we should probably look into that.
I mean, definitely, but... The statement is establishing the outer wall before the fortress wall. Gesturing at
The fortress walls are as they are. The inner buildings were being refurbished. Now it works well for the trainees to have a place to sleep. That's fine and dandy. But we also have plenty of other buildings that could have filled that role.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that point that, in all honesty, a lot of the trainees could have made do with tents. Like, they're supposed to be kind of rough in it.
Accurate, and why is your mouse squeaking so much?
Oh, the mouse.
Avi.
Oh, they're talking. They're a person.
Oh, in that case...
You know Teggy?
I do.
Nah.
Everyone here knows Edgar. Oh, the mouse should be able to speak then, in the common tongue.
No, it's like the same type of thing that Teggy is.
Oh, no, this is a druid misbehaving.
A little bit.
That's usually the case. Yeah.
In that case,
Avi,
what
that's
of...
the real impale.
Your impale friend seems to be in a strange stance of shaking their head. Have they been injured? Maybe some blunt head trauma?
I mean, it sometimes feels like it.
I mean, in my line of work, that's very much what it happens. Regardless. Well, if it's wild animals that occurred down in the area, then I have no other reason to investigate, so I could be able to investigate other things, such as who is stealing other people's bones besides me.
You're not stealing anyone's bones. No one's doing any bone stealing around here.
Apparently she is. But as long as you're not killing anyone and just taking the bones from any animals we've got to, because we're just going to dispose of them, go ahead. It's garbage.
I stole Finn's bone.
I need
You actually get a whap of the cane from the old man at that.
Ow.
You know, like that classic, they whap you on like the shin side area
Yep.
as scolding.
Absolutely.
I just need.
Ow.
I need to distress.
I should
Well,
start
go-
investigating now.
I mean, Impale's right there.
Lieutenant Nicholas, Sergeant Lynn, go with them and get the prisoners and move them. And if needed, you can grab Timon.
Also, I got a question for you. Personal question.
What is it?
How were Tulio and Miguel as students?
That is a question that I'm pretty sure you already know the answer, considering you're grinning like a fool.
Yeah. But I still want to know. I am
They spent
technically your
that-
boss.
No, you're not. But
Really?
I'll answer you just because I feel like it.
Fair.
They were mischievous cretins. They did their work and got it done. Doesn't change the fact they were mischievous cretin. And that dark-skinned lass of theirs that kept showing up trying to invite them to misadventures.
Oh, yeah, I met her exactly once. What was her name? Shell? Bell?
I can't
That's
quite
something
recall
like
at the moment, but surprised you
Right.
can count with them.
I saw them on their way out once. They were on a big white horse. Look. Would it be alright if I come in and use the training grounds for a little bit?
I do not see an issue with that. Just follow the same routine as the rest of them.
I can do that.
And Alexandra guide my men to find these prisoners, and in Pale and Mouse, what will you two be doing? Will you be joining the training, accompany the others to retrieve the prisoners, or are these your men or just people that are following you actually, Alexandra?
Who? Tavian,
The-
Impale, Navi, Finn?
I already know that one is looks like about to follow you already, so I know that's your support. The other ones seem a bit too crazed.
I am slightly insulted as Tavian has been nothing but polite, cordial, and
You're
not
talking to a
insane.
mouse.
That's fair.
Well, in a legal sense, yes. In a functional sense, they're all independent actors, and I have absolutely no control of the situation I find myself in.
Then on the legal side, any mischief or discord they spread is on your head.
Oh no. Take me away, officer.
You already have a job, go get those prisoners.
God damn it. Alright. Just stands up.
He'll step out of the way, allowing you to enter into this place, Davian.
He'll just kind of go in.
As you go in, does Navi continue to stay on your shoulder?
It's up to Navi.
They're currently BRB, so I'll have to ask once Mumi gets back. But for the moment, I'll describe what you see as you step inside, as you see armored, they're not currently armored now, there'll be men with their shirts off, they're sweating, they've got heavy weights set on their backs as their hands are pressed into the dirt, they're currently doing heavy push-ups.
Tavian kind of just shrugs and snaps all his gear away except for his pants and other things.
Tavian
And this
shrugs, rips off pants.
No.
The
Pants stay on.
instructor will move to a podium, taking the seat of a slam of their cane and start barking orders like a drill instructor. Loud, firm. I'm not doing them myself because it's middle of the night, but you have a drill instructor giving command.
Tavian's been here once before, he just goes through the motions. Technically, Tavian was the drill instructor at one point.
And while that's happening, Alexander, do you actually go to get the prisoners? Or do you go somewhere else?
Yeah. She will.
Well, the large mass of hobgoblins and the actual four-armed troll will glance at you as you enter the cells, and they're very cramped because it's not a place meant for holding a large amount of people.
So, welcome to your new temporary home. Don't be a dick and we won't kill you, I guess.
Seems agreeable. Alright. Let us out of here. It's already cramped enough. I'm about to tear someone's arms off just to get some space in here.
Add assault and battery to your list of crimes.
Yeah, just get the move on. Open the door. Or
Yeah.
cage, whatever this is.
Alright. You know the rules, and so do I. Especially you, Mr. Big, Strong, and Burly. Turn around. I'm going to bow into your hands before I open up the door.
There's a lot of us in here. It's a bit of a waste of time.
Oh yeah, I'm just yours. I think the rest of them I can beat their asses.
Alright then. He turns around and four massive, thick troll arms are presented. What do you try to bind these things in? Because your manacles will not fit those wrists.
Just find some chain.
That's easy enough to do.
And then use the manacles on the chains to, like, clamp them down tight to just try and give that extra little bit.
And yes, Navi, they are. And Impale, welcome back. Would you have joined Alexander to get the prisoners, or would you have gone into the trading field?
Looks to the left, looks to the right,
Shakes it all
goes
out.
like... Problem is that if they go to the prisoner thing, they're really just there to help the prisoner situation, but they're not going to really help. So I think the training field's the best option for... Why not? They already got their warm-up.
So you step inside and immediately see Tavian stripping off his shirt, getting to the buff, and joining the trading men as weights are set into his back. A large group of hot, sweaty people, tense muscled, muscular men, all presented before your eyes. And the mouse is still here as well. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they've suddenly seen that the Bone Snatcher is following. Do something else. Except the mouse is gone. Alexander, you have a mouse on your shoulder.
I choose to acknowledge the existence of the mouse by not acknowledging the existence of it.
And Impale, any reaction to the large group of trading people in front of your face?
Ah, good sweat for everybody. They don't sweat as much as I do when I'm really getting into things.
The blind figure will glance over to you. Trainee, if you're coming into the grounds, get down on your hands and knees and begin doing some work. Don't just stand there.
My brain went to... I stopped myself from making an immediate joke back for that one, but no, I will not make a dirty joke there.
Do it.
No, I stopped myself because it was almost like a jerk reaction. But it's like, ooh, it would have been too raunchy of a joke there. Anyway. Say less. I can do many things.
Then
Go
give
down
me
to their
some...
hands and knees.
Okay. And you join in. And as you join in, the drill sergeant will start to get more vocal and louder, pushing all of you to your limit. Can I get some constitution saving throws, please? From Tavian and yourself.
My stuff is loading. Give me a second. Everything's. What the fuck?
Everything's on fire.
Yeah. Everything is on fire. What the fuck?
Oh, I just realized I'm gonna ask you a question, Nava.
Yeah, it seems about right.
Okay, so
I think
Tavian,
my
who
luck is
goes?
gonna run out for. I already had to roll 3 con saves for myself already for doing way more exercise than most people would do in a day.
Yeah, you were just somersaulting, cartwheeling through the entire town. So feel free to make that roll to see if you still have the energy to keep pushing.
Well, that's the big thing too, is that they have been pushing themselves hard already. They're already like sweating bullets in a lot of ways, but they're just not letting it kind of show in a lot of ways. Like, let's put it this way: when you're a performer, you're very much like trying to stay the same appearance at all times, even if you're like glistening with sweat, you know?
Okay. Then we can
And
have
everybody else will see a
disadvantage if you'd like to count that.
Let's see what happens, but first things first. Everybody would see a normal costume. I think Tavian and the group would see a very tired and pale, but let's see what we get.
You're still pushing through it as the mouse and our lovely, lovely Alexandra start to grasp and bind up the prisoners and guide them out. And with the guidance, you have the merchants and the fishermen that are around the area looking at you all with wariness as the sheer force that's moving with you is guided throughout the town. Towards the fort, the manor, and the training field. I have one more check from you in Pale and one more from Tavian to see if you can last by the time the group arrives.
Right.
Yeah, Pale, Tavian, make sure you guys are lasting. We gotta get the money shot.
Fucking hell.
I mean, let's just say this to you, Alexandria. I think Impale already proved how well they could last.
Yeah.
Fair.
I will,
Yeah, Impale has beaten you, Tavian. Unless you're going to use...
I gotta do the thing. I'll roll. Fucking hell. See if it gets worse, because if it gets worse, it is what it is.
Didn't
Not
get
worse.
worse.
Don't beat me.
Yeah, you're starting to get tired. Your arms are straining you, Tavian. Maybe that trip into the Upside Down and almost throwing up really threw you for a loop. But Impale, though her body is already glistening with sweat from somersaulting and cartwheeling throughout the entire town, is still going with vigor and energy in sight of you. And that is when the mouse and Alexandra arrive with the prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Attention men and women, continue for another 20 reps. The instructor will rise and go to confront you, Alexander. Are these all of them?
Yeah, that's all of them.
Alright. Nicholas, guide them to the cells, make sure it's secured, and do a quick scan over their phones to make sure they're not carrying anything that would prove disastrous for us.
Do a full search.
Yeah, they would start to go with that, and Nicholas, who has that weird blink one eye than the other, would also move to you, Alexander, to give you a pat down. As if misunderstanding the command.
Alexandra just looks actively insulted.
That doesn't stop them, they're a bit too thick in the head. They would pat you down.
Just Alexandra's just gonna step back and be like, no.
No, Nicholas, the one's bound in rope and chain. This one's a bit slow in the head.
Yeah, that's why I didn't backhand him. It's a little...
He'll waddle off and start checking the other ones. He's good at following commands, though, and it's quite heavy in figure.
Yeah, he seems like to be quite the tough one. I'll give him that.
Around in Pale, others are finishing their reps, falling to their backs, gasping for air. And Impale is proving their strength as they finish their reps with barely a heavy breath, but glistening all over. And one by one, all the prisoners are taken.
I continue to push myself. I'm an asshole.
Make that constitution roll. You are already getting tired or gets at disadvantage.
Yeah. Due to what I have to do to get that reroll, it makes it a normal because I had to burn a spell slot for it. So I'm fucking an ass. Yeah. 20.
You're trying to show off, you're trying to be, I'm better than Impale. Impale, you see this. They're trying to beat you. Do you stop or do you keep on going?
Now they're doing jazzercises.
What exactly? Is that just jazz hand?
No, it's basically if you ever seen those really old shows where basically people are dancing non-stop, being like, work that butt, dance around, go around.
Okay, do a constitution roll as you're continuing to do that.
Jazzercise or dancercise, like it's so dumb, but it kind of works.
Now, Impale, it finally hits you.
It's a light exercise.
Yeah, you're all this somersaulting, the cartwheeling, the push-ups. It's got a bit too much for you, and you need to take a seat down and probably chug a lot of water.
The thing I love is that Tavian's trying to show off, but the thing is, he already didn't realize that Impale was at a disadvantage from the start.
No, he did. He did. It's just a matter of principle that he can't go down after she did all that, and then she keeps going. It's more of a
Pride.
I can't be that bad at this. A fucking soldier, for fuck's sake.
But very much, Impale will do the very dramatic, like... The best way I can explain it is like it's one of those moments when they're exhausted, but they're not like sitting down right away. It's kind of like this moment of like, alright, I had enough. I might as well walk off the sweat of things as they just stride away from the situation of things. As a performer, even until they are off the stage, they have no reason to stop how they look.
Alright, then we've got the prisoners. We'll hold them until the next supply comes to pick them up. Anything else you need, Alexander? Dra.
Not particularly at the moment. Jeez. Sorry, I was almost fucking... touched without consent. Sounds
That's
worse
fine.
than it was. It was just a dude confused about who to pat down.
In that case, you're free to continue training, but if you got any other business in this town, I suggest you do it. Though that makes me think you had some question.
Well,
So speak
just
up.
general what's the going ons and the such, nothing too crazy. Dangers in the local seas.
There's been some unusual growths of stone that's slowly building up until it became an archway over the horizon. That's a major change that's happened. We witnessed it growing.
So that's recent.
In the last couple of weeks, yes.
Okay.
There's also a couple of ships we've seen moving over the horizon. They didn't come close to us, but we've noticed there's been quite a movement of them.
Was it a group of 3?
I can't say it was a group of 3 or not. I said it's been happening over a time.
Okay. Yes, long story short, the Predators will corroborate this information. But there's this great gathering of pirates and ruffians and no good doers and the such. They, the idea behind their madness is that, well, they'll overthrow the Navy and, you know, have their way in the seas of Alnor. You know, silly shit, honestly. But also, with their numbers, in all honesty, they could do damage.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Though, considering you're out here, are you scouting, or is there a different reason you've come here with that information?
Have you been informed about the gathering of the Navy and the assault on the islands?
I can't say I have. This is a training ground and settlement being constructed.
Well, I'm sure there have been some word passed along to you about a, you know, naval task force wanting to resupply here and the...
We have been informed there will be people coming to get supplies, but nothing else about that.
Well, it's the entire fucking Navy.
Well, I hope Bertha has got the supplies set up then. She's the one that would be organizing that side of things.
Yeah. I feel bad for her. It's a lot of work. But, long story short, outside forces were manipulating the pirates to ensure that they were at that location at that time in order to not only cause a quite the little ruckus with the Navy in the sense of, yeah, you know, sinking a bunch of our ships and the pirates. There's also a red dragon in the area, and that's the main threat.
We do know of the dragon. We've spotted it over the horizon occasionally. Thankfully, it hasn't come to threaten us.
Yeah, that red dragon's a bit of a major issue given other situations that aren't necessarily that they're really on a need-to-know basis. And as much as I do respect you and your skills, I mean, you trained my dad.
Accurate. But yes, I'm retired and you don't need to give me confidential information.
Yeah.
Good to know what's going on all the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're also on another mission if you're following up this lead.
Oh, we left early, possibly against the king's wishes to not have the entire fucking navy be destroyed. And
First, there's a whap on your ankles.
ow.
That's for disobeying orders. I did not train you and your father for that.
That's fair.
Second, good luck and stop throwing yourself into situations that can get yourself killed.
You sound like Mom.
You're meant to be a soldier, not a sacrificial lamb.
Well, I meant to be the balance between divine forces.
Stop your delusions and your egotism. Just do what you need to get done.
Fair
I
enough.
think it's good to have ambition.
Nothing of ambition, but seeing yourself as a divine being. And to deal with the divine,
It's mainly an off-color joke.
I can't see your colors. I'm blind.
Well, they're
See,
currently
that's a
split.
good joke. You do have a sense of humor. I told Dad that you did. He didn't believe me.
Probably the fact that I whipped his hide to get him into shape.
That's fair.
Also, your masked one seems to have wandered off. I can't hear them anymore.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. I hope they haven't gone too far.
Did the mouse also leave, or are they just strangely quiet?
I mean, they're almost as quiet as a mouse.
Okay,
Alexandra.
go. Just go. If you're needing to resupply, don't take it from Bertha. Speak to Def. They can probably give you some wine for the road so you don't have any issues of scurvy.
Well, we need
Mhm.
cannons and ammunition, but also that.
Well, if you've told me the entire Navy is coming, I'm going to have to just say no to that.
We need
Because
like
they're
2
going to need the
cannons and some
supplies.
ammunition. Technically, this ship was also supposed to be in that task force, so it's not really taking from the Navy, it's just taking the supplies that we already were assigned.
I don't think we're just going to be able to hand out cannons to you. Where would we get them?
I mean,
We don't make ships here.
yeah, but you can supply. I mean, isn't one of the
Yeah.
plans to make this like a supply port?
Yes, but cannons aren't supplies. Cannon ammo, sure, but
I mean,
straight up cannons?
you should have a couple cannons around. What if they break?
Then you go to a shipwreck, right, and get the paperwork done to get some new cannons supplied. Not a settlement being built.
Look, your logic is infallible. However, me.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of cannons should be fine. Go speak to Bertha, they can get that. Especially if this ship was meant to be on the listing, they probably got the paperwork all sorted for that. And Tavian, you've got the mouse jumping up and down your shoulder. They want attention.
Mm-hmm. Just pat Navi. Yes, Navi.
Oh, I thought you were already on their shoulder. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Ah. Alexander is getting the effect.
Oh, they were offended because they were as quiet as a mouse.
Quiet as a mouse joke, yeah.
Bad.
And that's fair. It was a bad joke.
It's a racist joke. There's no one to the mouse is offended.
I have a strange question before we head out.
I may have a strange answer, let's hear it.
No, they don't have any prophylactics.
I was going to ask if he had seen any, or, well, obviously not, but if he had heard about any ancient weapons being discovered in this area.
Ancient weapons in this area. If there have been, I wouldn't know. They would have been rounded up by the merchant for a quick finding of value.
Damn it. Alright.
Looks like we might have to talk to that one lady again if you want that.
Fuck.
We'll
Yeah.
flash back to the time where you paid them to find information for the weapon and describe them. Yeah,
The specific weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
specifically the axe. And he didn't think at the time to ask about others, which now he has. Damn it. Right, then I guess we gotta talk to her anyways, don't we?
I mean, why?
Supplies, we were told not to get them from Bertha.
I mean, yes, but then I negotiated ourselves into a sock.
You can get some cannons from Bertha, but not sure about other supplies.
And the ammunition.
Alright.
I'd also suggest speaking to Death to get some drinks for your crew so you don't get scurvy.
That'd be nice.
Right. I mean, we do have a paladin on board. We can just force Alexander to do some work for the first time in her life.
How dare!
I agree, it would be beneficial for your group.
So much.
I know you do. But
I haven't
To be
witnessed
fair.
it.
You know what?
so I
That's
can't
it.
really
Fuck you.
comment.
Do your own taxes.
I do.
No, not you.
well, we both know your mom's been doing a majority of them.
I know.
And most likely your father as well.
Well,
By
I
the
doubt that.
by, your house is technically legally an orphanage because it could get tax cuts.
I mean, I do technically have an orphan there, I guess, technically.
Yep.
Also, your mouth sounds. You may want to fix that.
Also, technically, you're a
You're right there.
cleric.
So, while the conversation is happening, and before I step out in Pale, where have you gone?
I mean, after having a whole show and realizing, Navi thinks I'm a bone thief. Rather awkward. I might need to give them space. And then continues on to do investigations around the town. Not going anywhere too dangerous because they don't want to be scolded by the group again. They feel really sorry when they got scolded. Please don't scold them.
But what are you investigating? Are you just wandering, looking for something of interest?
Well, like investigating. I say this too is because like we know why we're here, you know. So honestly, they would be kind of looking in spots that the group would not look at. Let me look at one thing. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I can hear the squeaking of the canine.
You are correct, but the key thing is that I'm thinking what they would look for is in the darker dealings because they are very aware of how some of the groups in the north operate. you
In
know?
that case, roll me an investigation. While you're looking for shady shit.
Watch all my rolls for this athletics that are wasted, and now I'm gonna get a -1. Here we go. I got a 19.
Roll a negative.
19's
one
not
on die.
bad. So, you will separate from the group as this final bit of conversation is happening, and the group sets out to get their supplies. And as you're looking for some shady dealings around this place, I'll get Death presented real quick. You begin the search, trying to hear whispers of anything that's a bit on the down low, something that's out of the way, something not being heard. And the main thing you'll hear is about a bit of gambling that's done around these parts. Something that's not quite up front, something that would be looked down upon by the command of that's trading this area.
I shall investigate that further. Why not join gambling?
Following that trail, you find yourself moving deeper into the town, moving to the far edges away from the main construction. Over to around here. Finding yourself set up to a ruin next to what used to be a barn. You can hear the grumbles going on from inside as you step near to the ruin. The sound of dice clacking as they're rolled. The smack of cards against a table.
Interesting. Instead of being so flamboyant, they will walk in more more casual, not trying to make a big show of things, even though they are looking like a clown.
Okay, so the place would quiet quickly as a new person enters. Your face is blasted by smoke of unusual herbs that are being breathed in this place. And your eyes will cast over the many different games that are being played. With one counter, which looks to be the person that runs this place, leaned against it, giving you the stink eye as you step inside. A female woman with tan skin.
So, can we be friends if I give you the right amount of, well, ways of making it so we can start the games?
That would be doable, dear. Just find a booth, take the risk with whoever you want to try and play a game here. Just keep it on the down low and don't spread word of this place. People like their privacy.
Oh, don't you worry. I love my privacy too. I'm just very, very misleading in a lot of ways. Point to a table and I'll head there.
You have a choice. You have a choice of dice, cards, or what looks to be arm wrestling.
Definitely not doing arm wrestling. I have the noodlest of arms.
Then in that case,
Somehow win arm wrestling. Then Tavian has no way of being able to have bragging rights. But in this case, I think it would be cards.
okay, and are you trained in that particular game set?
Let me take a look. They are not.
Then just give me a dexterity check, or are you gonna try and cheat?
I don't cheat unless there's a reason to cheat.
In that case, give me a dexterity check as you begin to play a game. And how much are you betting?
What's the normal betting pool?
There's coppers and silvers on the table.
They will throw a couple of copper.
Okay. We'll say 3 coppers are set down, and you play your hand. Give me that dexterity check.
A bad hand.
That is a 7. You play your hand, and for the first round, you've lost your bet. And lose 3 coins as your companion for this game eagerly scoops them up. Do you play another hand?
I do, as I will basically simply just say, I think I'll bet a higher piece if I win it. If I win it back, though, I need someone to help me with some information.
What do you set down as you say this?
Electrum piece.
They'll match your bet, grumbling out. Oh, what information exactly are you after? Start to play out their own cards? Make that roll.
It's gonna be bad. Here we go.
You're also on GM if you want to change that for the group to see the rolls.
Oh, I already did.
And that's an 8. All your lucky rolls from exhausting yourself with flips and cartwheels have melted away as you this time lose an electrum piece as they scoop it up while listening to your next question while shuffling the cards.
Oh, honestly, I'm just trying to figure out of anything major going about. I know this has a lot of things sold here. Many interesting people walk through here. And honestly, I'm just trying to find exquisite things. There's things that you can't casually find around in shops and places that are seen.
You're looking
No.
for things that are bought out behind the stores, basically. Something like that.
You could say that. Puts another electrum piece down because whether I win or lose, the whole point is that the gold is there to show them it's like, hey, I'm willing to pay. You know?
Yep. They'll shuffle the deck again and start playing them down. And this time you have disadvantage unless you make an insight check.
I mean, I'll give an insight check regardless. It's a 13.
Don't quite match it. So you have disadvantage for this next dexterity check.
Fair enough.
That's an 8. So another coin is lost as he scoops it up with a faint hint of a grin. If you're looking for something like that, you're going to be wanting to reach out to Roan. Though you're going to speak in interest. Be subtle about it. Probably do it when you're by yourself as well. Don't want other eyes noticing you. So catching them where they're in a bit of privacy.
Ah, they don't like crowds, do they?
I wouldn't say they dislike crowds, but it's just not good for business to get a reputation.
Understandable. Throws another electrum piece down. They're very much just like gathering what they can.
Roll again. Anything else, Les?
Would they know that Impale is the last? That's the big thing I was about to say.
Probably not,
I'm just
but
not.
if you're trying to have that gender neutral tone, so they'll just be going anything else if they can't tell which one you are.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just checking because I'm just being casual with the voice situation. Then, in this case, they very much just stare and go like, what place would you suggest I avoid? I don't want to run into trouble, as some people would describe.
The biggest place to avoid would be the woods. There's a lot going on in there. There's ruins and all kinds of hidden treasures in there. But it's also extremely dangerous.
Oh, just worldly beasts and things like that, or is it something specific?
There's all kinds of manners of critters going on in there. People speak of seeing things on two legs that are wild. They speak of these blood-sucking creatures that are crawling in the branches that'll dive down and latch onto you. Some speak of horns and skinless skulls looming above and looking down at you. Not a friendly place to be. There's plenty of tales, but again, not entirely sure because the people that actually see them don't come back. Plenty of curious travelers that want to adventure into the woods and just ain't heard from again.
Fair enough. One more hand then. One final hand. They instead will put down 5 gold. Evenly out to the groups here, and then they put another 5 gold as the final bet.
If that 5 gold was set for them to claim, they'll scoop that up. And then look at the bet for a moment, and they're most certainly going to do another sneaky hand, so insight to catch them.
I mean, this time they're not the only one.
Okay, then roll your deception.
I was thinking more of sleight of hand.
That also works, true. This is card sleight of hand is actually perfect for that.
That's why I picked it.
Okay, so a 16. I'll roll their insight to see if they notice. And you can
I'll roll
roll your...
my insight too. So I got a 13 again.
Oh, down. So they notice your sneaky hand as a natural 20. Holy shit. So you don't get the bonus of your sneakiness, but you don't catch theirs, unfortunately.
That is
So-
a-okay.
So once again, it's another disadvantage roll.
Alright. Just dexterity.
Yep.
Alright, here we go.
A 12. This time it's a success. You get your coins back.
Pleasure doing business with you. I shall return with more wealth for you all.
And with that, and with many eyes watching you, you get to depart and go to rejoin the group. Who I believe at this point will be heading out to the different suppliers to gather what they need. So you're heading out to get drinks first, to get the cannons, or would you like to skip all that? Because it's just picking up items, say you have them.
I mean,
That's just picking up items.
interacting with funny NPCs though.
Yeah, but if we continue to interact with every funny NPC, we'll be here for 4 sessions.
I mean, won't it be the first time?
I know, but I'm trying to avoid that terrible fate.
Is that so terrible?
No, it's not. But I'm looking at my level. I would like to see it increase.
Then just fuck.
That's
Well-
not how that works.
It wasn't. It's only a couple of sessions back. You leveled up, mate.
What? Was it?
Yeah, like you leveled up before going out to sea.
Yeah.
Man,
I think
Right, like
I think it's the
after
I might
the
be getting
whole
games mixed
political thing, like we should be level 8.
I might be
I mean-
mixing things up.
I mean, let's be real though. I think we're moving ahead just to make it so the timeline's not stuck in the same day.
Yeah, that's perfectly
God.
fine. So you
Yeah,
can pick up the
also-
cannons easily enough to resupply with that, and as you see the vineyard, you'll catch a glimpse of some glowing gold berries on one particular vine, several different fruits that are set up.
I would like to try and snag Goldberry.
You could just ask.
Oh, Tiger says
Sad.
we need to dip, guys.
Oh, alright.
See ya, hon.
You feel better.
Oh.
Or
Oh,
Tiger.
well.
They were out of it before. I was hoping they'd stick around and feel a little bit better, but it seems it just wasn't working.
Yeah. Alright, I just have a mouse today.
Yep.
I do indeed.
Now I
have
can
a
steal
mouse
their
in my right
bones.
hand. See, look, here, click.
We could just, you know what? Tavian puts the mouse back in Alexander's backpack.
Yeah, no stealing the bones of this one. But yes, you meet Delph Hudson, who is a large man with tattoos on his neck as you
What
enter the
happens when you
vineyard.
eat the gold berries?
As you try to get close to them, you get that. As the
Oh.
ground will glow from the ground.
That's weird. Tries again.
You get zapped again. This time,
Wow.
actually taking some damage. Two points as you get zapped. There's a taser line around these particular vines.
Alexandra looks at it with disdain.
Alright, what's going on here?
Alexandra tries to reach for them again out of spite.
Just roll a constitution saving throw, see if you can just force your way through the barrier to grab a berry then.
24.
Okay, let me check my notes. I should have expected one of you just to steal a berry.
Hey man, you gave me that tree. You made it gold and look tasty. What else am I supposed to do?
Okay, so you take these. I just need to double check what I had them for. And now I know what they are.
It's literally
you-
just one.
You grab one of them and pop it into your mouth. The taste flows in your tongue, and it's familiar. You taste the flavor of the wizard's whiz. And the bubbles that pop as you bite down to the grape float upon your tongue. You found the location of that particular brand of drinks.
So that's how they make it.
Yes, that is how we make that. Ammo, what are you doing here and why?
Oh, we're trying not to get scurvy.
Ah, you're wanting an orange brew then. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I guess do I need to pay for that? I feel like I should pay for that.
Yeah, you should. That'll be 10 gold.
For one?
Yes.
But how?
They're specifically made solely for the royal balls, and you just steal one.
But like, like you could buy that at the academy for a gold tops, and you get a big old bottle of it.
Well, that depends. Did you have anyone that attended the royal balls? They might have taken some bottles and brought them down to the academy.
Well, then why would you just sell it? I guess it's because it's stolen.
Most likely.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't really care what that side of things, but I have the price that they sold.
It's fair.
He holds out a hand expectantly.
I'm sorry, how much was that? I wasn't paying attention.
10 gold.
Oh, okay. I'll hand him 1 platinum.
That works. And how much of the orange brew are you wanting? Are you wanting it fizzy? Are you wanting it flat? Are you wanting it with different flavors? Do you want it to be strong and sturdy of the iron brew kind? What flavors are you wanting?
Let's get a variety pack.
Alright. Are we talking barrels, small containers? How big is your crew? And how long are you wanting it for?
No, we don't need it for too long of a journey, but let's say a month's supply for 20.
A month's supply for 20. That'll be a total of 100.
Easy enough.
Thankfully, our iron brew isn't.
Tavian, pay the man.
Tavia just looks at her
I hand him 100 gold.
Die. Oh, he was about to do it, but
He's like, give me your money, bitch.
just shakes his head, just... Of course. At least you were joking.
I don't think they were. They just second guessed
They
themselves.
just said, no, they said that they were gonna hand him the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Alexander paid the man.
Yeah.
And what is the name of your vessel we should be moving the supplies to?
The fish bones, much to my husband's-to-be's chagrin.
Oh, if you had got me know that, I might have given you a discount. Too late. I know
I'm
the
fine
lad.
with that. I mean, Jester's behind herself to Finn.
Yeah, he's been shot like 20 times over there trying to reach the berries.
I know. Cut to Finn, reaching for a berry, getting shocked.
It's not stopping him. He jumps back from it, that instinct, like, ah! Then just sees a berry again, he's reaching back forward. Like, not learning his lesson at all.
Can I just have one for him? It'll make his day. I'll pay.
Alright, another 10 and I'll get one for you. I can go beyond this area.
Hand him another gold. Or platinum.
Also, just quick history rolls as you see the barrier quickly just glow for a moment as you passes by it now that you're not trying to step over it. You can actually see it.
Yeah. 9.
Would you also like to roll history, either Impale or Tavian, as you glance over this symbolage?
Holy shit, there's Impale.
I assumed they were following you.
Weren't they
Correct.
gathering information gambling?
Yeah, but
I
you,
did.
it's
They came
been a
back.
while. Yeah, because you guys were doing conversation while they wandered off for a while. So, in Pale, you get a chance to have a history check as well. Since we've currently got 2 9s, which isn't good.
If we get a 9, Gary, can we just get the information anyway because we rolled the odds of 9s?
Yes, if you roll another 9, I'll allow that.
Rolls an 8.
Roll a 16, so you wander over that new bit of information you have in Pale, and then you glance down and see the symbols flicker with life for a moment. And as you see that, your mind flashes back to just a few moments ago when you were thrown to the underside, the upside down, and seeing those same symbols on the falling passage that surrounded you, flickering through the leaves. And you realized, that's probably why these berries are glowing. This thing is connected to the upside down,
Yeah.
which means a certain druid is responsible for the wizard whiz.
Yeah. Just, noticing that they're
Weird
going
question.
into doing that. Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say something really terrible. Gary, if you remember, I had someone help me reconnect to those things that are from the upside down, if I remember correctly.
You did.
I'm curious what would happen if I touched the tree, if I convinced the person to allow me to touch it out of curiosity.
Well, at the moment, it's ruins on the ground, kind of spread out. So it's not a tree; it's also a vineyard. But you could try to convince the barrier to let you through. How are you going to try to convince it?
I mean, if it is, that's the thing I'm curious about. It's like, I'm allowed to try to convince it in some way because it's connected to the upside down. Because probably what I would just do is experiment and just like poke at the runes.
Okay, you lean down and you poke with your finger, and as your finger pokes into it, you feel that same static shock as the others. Seems there's a bit more to it, unfortunately.
They will not steal any grapes. They will just simply reach their hand out.
Okay, let's have a Constitution saving throw real quick.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
20
There's a 1.
and
You
a 20.
feel the static shock burst through your fingers, but you also feel the increase of heat on your back that seems to be pulsing. Do you continue?
I do, but what I will also do, Gary, this is going to be something very weird that the group has not seen them do in a very long time. In fact, this would be kind of the first time they revealed it. So you know how I mentioned the Ember thing?
Yeah.
I have this ability that I haven't used in a long time. I think the last time I used it was against Tavian in a duel when he did an ice attack. And that was a long ass time ago. What I'm going to tell you is I'm going to make myself resistant to lightning. And how that would pop out is probably suddenly maybe their hand, if it has no glove on it, will just slowly have this yellow scaling appear.
Your hand gains that yellow scaling, and you no longer feel the shocking burst on your fingers. Just a small tingle on your skin that spreads along. And that heat on your back dies down a little bit.
Interesting. So basically, it's just telling me about the connection so far from what they're doing. By the
Potentially.
way,
It's up to you
Okay, go ahead.
to read it as you can.
well, if I'm able to, then I'll just touch the rune directly with no like hesitation, since the shocking won't occur as bad. So basically, just touching what the thing is connected to the upside down, casually to what everybody else is, where they're being electrocuted. She's like casually okay.
I have a choke and a statement here.
Go for it.
We're all literally just like the fucking cavemen poking at the fire for the first time.
Yes.
And one of you, and I'm just sitting here watching you guys do it. I'm just, can I also pay 10 gold for one of those berries?
Like this man is just looking at you three like a complete weirdo, but he'll accept it, and having no shock issues, he'll go and get a grape for Finn and yourself and pass them over.
Alexander, that's a monkey sound.
And while that's happening, in Pale, you can reach down and put your hand over the ruins and feel it. And it looked like ruins with how it glowed briefly, but as you're feeling it, more roots that seem to connect to nothing that you can see, but it digs, at least on the upside part where there should have been a growth of some kind. So it's just like a smooth surface with the roots digging deep underground. Roots without a flower, without a tree, just roots that have grown and burst out of the ground in different signs, symbols.
Interesting. Where are roots, there is a center. Eventually, Impale will move their hand away, seeming not that affected by the electrocution situation that Alexandria had. And Honestly, they would taunt Alexandria by basically being like, I felt nothing at all.
I feel nothing but love in my heart.
Yes, you are. You are about to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, now I understand a little bit of how this thing works.
Well, that's good.
Enjoy your berries.
Actually, just before the guy steps out. Another platinum coin if you get me two.
I guess I can do that. That's just a bit weird that you're after the berries, though. Is there a particular occasion that you're after these?
I mean, we might die in the next couple weeks, so,
That would definitely do it.
Alexandra will hand Finn and Tola a berry.
Do you accept the berry, guys?
I mean,
Finn and Tola? So just Tola.
do you accept the berry, Gary?
uh, you said, wait, did you say you're giving it to me or Finn? I'm confused.
To Finn.
Like, that's why Ruby was saying Gary. It's like, wait. But yes, Finn would accept another berry. Happily.
Pola will, not be present. It's Impale. As Impale takes it and goes like, I mean, it might be hard to eat with a mask on.
You have masks with a mouth on them.
Counter argument. Give it a shot.
I just know it's not possible with a mask, Alexandria.
No, well then, go behind the bush and... Well,
Are you saying I'm a second-class hack that can't just flourish as they flourish on their face? A new face as it looks angry. In this case, it's just them looking pissed.
Alexandra's just going to walk up to them and poke their cheek. You're cute. Eat it.
Damn straight they are.
It's like the situation where they're just like, well, that confirms one thing. They throw it up into the air and just catch it in their mouth.
So you feel that same surging feeling of the wizard. What used to be a special drink, but is now in berry form, so it's much more fresher, that same tingling rush and sweetness all mixed together.
And it's a berry, and a fresh berry, so it goes pop.
It does.
Squish.
And with it being in this cure state, if you were missing a level 1 spell slot, you suddenly got it back.
Oh shit.
Joke's on you, I'm not a wizard. Oh wait, no, that's even worse. I get something back that we shouldn't have back.
True, it's that weird feeling of, hey, I've got this weird tingling feeling in my tummy.
So, I'm guessing that roll 20 was to determine how much you like it or not.
Correct.
It is my inspiration.
You're right, it's not egg.
I mean, to be fair, the inspiration you can choose the higher or lower.
At least it's a 12.
It's okay. Not like egg, but it's like, okay, it's a little better, It's neat.
It's not egg, but it's like, I don't dislike it. Like, sure, I'll have some, but like, it's not my favorite thing in the world.
Impale will look to Tavian and just casually say to them, honestly, maybe if you have a spare time, I would suggest you make a pie out of this.
Maybe.
That would cost so much if a single berry is 10 gold.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Right, anyways, can we...
You gotta come back here and make a pie.
You don't know me?
I know you. You will. You're a simp like that.
I don't want to hear anything coming from you and Finn. Oh, speaking of which... Wait, what? Why? I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that into an intelligence save because I fucking can. Go fuck yourself, Gary.
I mean, do you need to be aware of being able to do something
No.
like that? No, you
Nope.
just can do it?
Yep, I can do it on saves, checks, skills, anything. As long as
Why
it's a
I ask
wisdom or
is
charisma thing.
Why I ask is because, like, there's a difference when I think about, like, I always think about, like, artificers where they could do, like, you know, their flash of genius, but it has to be something they could see or be aware of, you know?
Unless it's stated in the ability, no.
I
Flash
get
of
you.
genius
That's
you do have
so
to
I just
see.
thought to mention it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the skills like barbarians stuff, the danger sense, you have to see it coming. But other things like the artificer, it doesn't state that you need to see it coming.
No, but it's like rules and intended. You know,
Uh,
can't have a flash of genius and just not be aware of why you're having a flash of genius. You know, that's just my brain. But whatever your class does, I've just been so curious about it. But I'm like, if it's literally whenever, you don't ever need a roll. any
wrong. It's a
skills
resource.
besides your intelligence.
It's a resource. I can't do it infinitely.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
It burns.
Well, like danger senseless for everything. This is something that it burns.
Yeah, no.
Good.
Same thing with Flash of Genius. Flash of Genius is a resource.
It's
Like,
it's similar to lucky in that case. Like you got a certain amount of rolls for lucky if you have to be.
that's why Flash of Genius can work on anything without knowing it's coming. Same thing with this. Now, if it was just constantly on, like Danger Sense, that would be a completely different argument, because I'd be like, it's a bit overpowered.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
no.
I just was so curious. Anyway,
It eats Arcana Surge or spell slots, and if I eat a second level spell slot, it gives me back a first level spell slot. It's got some finicky rules with it.
fair enough.
But yeah, no. Save. I do not wish to spend all my money on pie ingredients right now.
Yeah, so you're fine. You don't feel a sudden urge that you need to go buy these things.
I would like to do the opposite of help by whispering pie into his ear.
You try to give him disadvantage for his roll?
Yes.
I kind of think that's funny. I don't.
Okay.
it just-
There
you know what?
go.
I'm not even going to roll. Tavia's just gonna sigh and just like, will it make the both of you happy?
I mean, a little bit.
All right, here's 200 gold pieces. Just hand me 20.
Alright then. He'll take the coins and goes to get a straw basket and just starts to gather up some berries from this vine.
Mm-hmm.
He sets them all in.
Yeah, I'm going to do something that's gonna upset you with this later. I hope you know that.
Potentially, but as you see, they're all glistening and golden.
And then they immediately start to rot.
Yeah, that would be a thing, wouldn't it? Should fucking get in the damn ships, fucking making a pie. Right then, let's go to the next group. I gotta go talk to what's her nuts.
Is there anything else that anyone else would like to do here before you go speak to Bertha?
Thought it was Rowan.
Well, there's Roan for merchant. There's Bertha if you're wanting to pick up the cannons because they're of the military quartermaster.
I'll leave that up to you two. Which one do you want to go to first? Because like I'm Tavian's kind of here for the ride. He's got ideas. He's got plans.
Let's go to the merchant. So the quartermaster first.
And in Pale, would you have told them anything of you discovered, or are you keeping that to yourself?
Oh, I would tell them, so we could just kind of cut it through the chase on that one.
Oh, so Roan's got some secret hush hush shit.
Correct.
Got it. And just in that case, I might need you to go do that for me and see if they've got any ancient weaponry. Tavian will specifically request that.
Begins the cartwheel.
You really shouldn't do much more of that today. You're gonna give yourself like a concussion or something.
It's alright, after they get done, I'll carry them around. They gotta tire themselves out somehow.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Me? Tired? No. I am always marvelous at all times.
I believe
I have
the
seen
group
you
for a
collapse.
moment have a flashback to when they had a broken leg that was shattered in
And I was
several
carrying
places.
them
Alexander's
everywhere.
just going to
Nope.
look at them with a deadpan expression.
You only started carrying them around when you caught them, but before that, they were walking around on that leg for hours and just making it worse.
I'm gonna
I
cast,
know.
I'm going to cast the command word Eepy.
Oh,
You do realize that only it's for sleepy. But for fuck's sake, for 6 seconds you're tired.
yes, so movie, make a saving for us, see if you're for 6 seconds sleeping.
DC 13.
I'm trying to see if it's a charm or psychic ability.
It is not considered charm effect.
No, it's not.
You're like,
That's
no,
facts.
for all of these roles to stay awake and just be swole and energetic, you made them. Like, sleepy? Never.
Command Eepy.
Aww. You want me to be sleepy? Nah. Won't you just be a deer and just, I don't know, hang out with Tavian while I go do my job?
That's fair. Just, don't overexert yourself there, Impale. We care about you.
Violently. Here, I hand Impale 900 gold to work with if they find a fucking ancient weapon. Tavian's willing to spend a fuckload of money for this shit.
Then, with that said, I will make sure that we could do as much as we can. But for now,
Question for everyone here while we're all here. I think we should get, like, a room for the night and stay here for the evening.
And quick thing first, Alexander. With save, please. As I realize you're not looking at row 20.
Hmm? 17.
You realize you do not have to be a deer. And you no longer have to hang out with Tavian if you don't want.
Alexandra.
For a brief moment, Alexander, you just found Impale so incredibly charming before it just slips away. It's just like my thinking. It's Impale!
That's a little weird. But, I guess the question should be, should we get a tavern or like rooms for the night here? You know, sleep in an actual bed instead of a hammock.
Your
Yeah,
choice.
the hammock does make things kind of fucking weird for me.
No,
I
I don't
hate,
have.
hate sleeping on boats.
I like boats. Although it is
As-
awkward sneaking around Swimmer's dad.
Note to self: tell Wimmer's dad.
Tell
Nope,
Swimmer's
it's,
dad what?
He knows it's his ship.
Regardless, tally ho! As they just begin to backflip away.
Yep, they're rushing off to see the merchant. Since they're moving to the merchant and you want them to go ahead of you, are you gonna speak to Bertha for those cannons?
Sure.
Alright. Then we'll do Bertha first, because they're the closest. So you're flipping around, and as you're passing by Impale, you'll see the grunchy old woman squinting at you. She's going by in another flipping dance. And that's the sight that Alexander and Tavian will see as you're moving towards the station. Her full constructed building.
Yeah. Tavian would have stayed behind momentarily, and I will send you something, Jam.
Okay. So, Alexander. Her eyes move to meet yours. You remember this woman? You remember having a stay off my lawn moment with her when you were younger?
Hello, I'm back on your lawn.
She's gotten older. Her wrinkles have gotten a lot larger. She's also got more flab. As she squints at you with her ruby red nose. Alexandra, I believe it was. Was it Alex? Was it Rat? It was one of those.
I don't remember being called a rat before, other than as an insult.
Yes, but what is it? What do you need?
Oh, yes, we need cannons.
I'm not giving you any cannons.
I think you are, as we are actually operating in official capacity at this moment.
Yes, but I have no cannons to give you. This isn't a shipwright.
No, but I'm sure you have spares for replacements for when they get damaged, as this is the supply dock area.
Not of cannons. Those are things that need to be made and set up as a shipwright to be secured on the deck. That takes some heavy equipment.
I think all of the heavy equipment I need is this hunk of lovely meat behind me as I, like, tap Swimmer's chest.
Well, I don't have a cannon for you.
Me. Fine, do you have ammo?
I do, but I need some paperwork and the vessel that's meant for it. If I don't have that tied to it, you're not getting any.
The fish bones.
Let me see what I have here. Just step inside our office. Do you follow?
Yes, very rudely.
You step inside and see a quaint office with tons of cat pictures just nailed to the walls. Books piled up everywhere. She sits down in a massive chair that creaks, practically crying in protest. She begins to go through her books, flipping through them, tiny glasses set on her nose.
Alexandra is looking at the cat pictures and makes a tiny squeal.
The cats look at you.
The cat pictures?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird.
For a moment they stare at you before you start hearing mews, and the woman just mumbles, "Shut up, I'm working."
Did you imprison a bunch of cats?
Nope.
What is this then?
Living paintings.
That's concerning.
You probably see worse. At least you've not been pulled into one before. Oh, I suggest you don't get too close to them, they might nip you.
Good to know. Man, Navi would be so weird. Not even the weirdest thing today, though.
If you want, you can try scritching one under the chin.
I'm good, thanks for the offer.
Alright, I do see a Fishbones ship. They're scheduled to get some food supplies, a couple of cannonballs to stock up on, and that's... As this what I have is a merchant vessel, not a ship meant for heavy combat.
Yeah. We left without all of the ammunition stores that we were supposed to have, and we were hoping we could make up the deficit here.
That isn't... Everything here has been scheduled and set into their positions for the ships that are coming in. You may have come early, that's your own fault.
Counter argument.
Counter argument, this is a royal decree. I'm not going to be changing something because you're asking for it.
Slides the paperwork for the her inquisitorial position onto the table.
A single brow is raised as they reach down and pull out the royal papers and slide it over. One of these you work for, the other one you are serving under. Which do you think is higher priority for me?
Well, what if I say your paperwork's out of date?
It isn't. We both know that. Hell, we both work for the Inquisition.
Yeah.
But we also serve under the king and the royal family.
Yes, we do. Come on, can you help a gal out? We're trying to save the world.
I can't give you extra cannons, but I can give you something different.
Oh?
Bit more brittle, but it should work function.
Is it a cannon made of glass?
Not a cannon, cannonballs. I was thinking about talking to that Teppy individual. That he's going to reinforce some of the watermelon with their magics.
Wait. Cannonballs made of glass. That sounds devastatingly... Imagine that sweeping the deck. I mean, yeah, you'll have to make some pretty damn strong glass.
Yes, that's why I'm not suggesting that. That was your idea. I was thinking of speaking to the druid to harden some watermelons so they could replace some cannonballs with them.
Hardened watermelon.
Yes?
Fuck it, if it works. Okay.
It worked.
We can see
I've
about-
seen it be. He's done it before with our own defenses.
Huh.
Actually, it's a Hirish. I keep forgetting for that one.
The kobold? That was a lady.
Yeah, then she then. I've seen them do it before. I can make the request over to them. They can do that. How many are you needing?
I don't know. How many do we need?
You've used a total, I think, of like 6 or 7, and you had a total of 20. If I remember correctly.
Let's call it an even 20.
Okay, so I can give you 2 normal cannons, and I'll make a request for 18 watermelons. This is a very strange. Alright. How many to use?
Well, we used 6. We did. I mean, in fairness, for a merchant vessel, A, she's quick, and B, she didn't manage to, effectively sink and capture an actual, honest to God, stolen southerner warship. So,
Oh, we lost someone.
we lost the Moomin. We got them back.
Oops.
Welcome back.
That was on accident. I was just fiddling with the wrong key.
Nearly gave me a panic attack.
I was scared. I was like, what did I do?
You fucking called me.
I
Okay.
just wanted to send you literally part 2 of Piggies.
You just didn't even fucking horse me.
Like, if they just sent you a horse pee and along with a phone call, like, I showed you my pee. Please respond.
No. Good God, no, they're sending memes to me.
I know, I'm just making a joke. But, with this paperwork done, Alexander, anything else you'd like to speak to Bertha about?
How's the hobby?
Dead in the grave, as they have been for a couple of years now.
Oh.
Go spit on it if you like.
Thanks for the offer. I'll consider it.
Just don't pee, it leaves a smell.
Good to know. Okay, bye.
Farewell. Don't try and eat the watermelons, they're for overuse.
Got it.
The doll close with a siren of different feline noises calling out towards you.
After the door closes, Alexander's just gonna say, "Oh, I liked him."
There's a brief sound of a grinding piece of a quill on a piece of paper.
Whoop. Scatter.
And as you're scattering, and just talking about the womanizer, we'll jump over to Impale, or rather...
In fairness, Alexandra only knew him as a small child.
Yep. We'll jump to the background crew. So, background crew. You're heading over to the merchant area. What are you going to do?
Well, I gotta find this shady ass character and see what he has for sale in his secret compartments of things.
Well, it's she, but most certainly. I'll open their token up further so you can see them. And give me a perception check, see if you can spot them while you're looking around.
Nah, 1. 15.
What's with you and all these amazing rolls? You'd
If
look
I don't
around.
say, if I don't say if I'm gonna have a bad roll, it always turns into a good roll. If I say it's gonna be a good roll, well, that's when it turns bad.
True, karma is a real thing. So you glance around looking for those gales that are peeking out of the skin and spot them. They seem to be just sat in a tent in the moment going over some paperwork.
They will approach them calmly, relax, and being like, I am interested in your wares. Do you think you can show me a bit around?
Certainly, dear. What kind of wares are you looking for?
Honestly, I would say the ones not in display. I never find the ones here out in front to be the ones of the right quality that I seek.
Are you positive you're looking for the behind-the-counter goods?
I am very positive.
Are you being honest with that, or are you trying to be deceptive?
They are being honest. I have no reason to lie.
There's a moment of her scrutinizing you before she reaches under her desk and pulls out what seemed to be a blindfold and holds it out to you. Put that on and I'll show you to where we keep our ply.
Puts on blindfold on top of mask?
You cannot see
Now I'm
anything.
wearing double mask. Blindfold is on.
They'll reach out, taking your hand and start guiding you. You'll find yourself going through a bit of a twisty pathway that's a bit confusing. But do you try and memorize the pathway all the same?
I mean, might as well try.
Okay. Give me a survival roll. You're with disadvantage from being blind, but it's an 18. Like, damn. You think that if you start up at the same place, you could find your way back to wherever this is. Very well, we're here. You can take off the blindfold.
Takes off blindfold. Find out that the place isn't actually an adult store, and they're like, "Oh crap! I thought it was going to be weaponry. This is the wrong type of weaponry."
Well, you seem to be in a basement.
Man, I didn't need any great clubs.
And just glancing around, there seems to be an assortment of glass display cases with all kinds of unusual items sealed within them. There's books, there's weapons, there's jewels. An assortment of unusual items. Now then, dear, what exactly are you looking for?
Above table, Tavian wanted me to find a weapon, right?
Just any ancient weapons. That was his specifics. Was ancient weapons.
All right. I am looking for old weapons that you might have. Ancient is the key word I would find to describe them. I also might be interested in looking into the books that might be able to alter one's autonomy in some way.
Looking for studies of, I was talking about surgical need to alter yourself in that area, or talking more magical?
Either one precisely works in some way.
And what is the coinage that you're able to spend at the moment?
I got 900 gold from Tavian. I already had 600 gold that I never touched. Did Alexandra give any gold?
No. Alexandra give gold? Does that
You're
sound
right,
like
never
a red
mind, you're a
dragon? Yeah.
Says the platinum lover.
I mean, there's a reason why she's holding on to the gold. And he's platinum.
But yeah, basically they have 1500 gold.
That's
So
it.
you're looking for a book on study, an ancient weapon, and was you have a third thing you asked for as I start looking over their item?
Just kind of like any ancient weapon. Is that what they kind of asked?
It was an ancient, yeah, they're basically clarifying of what you wanted, because the conversation after that that stuck in my mind.
Correct. When I mean ancient, I mean ancient.
Does it have to be magical, or are we fine with mundane, but the technique to craft it is forgotten?
Depends on what it is.
Well then, there is something. As I'll motion their fingers and move over to a display case. Looking over, there seems to be a intrinsically designed spear. Looks to be a bronze mix, but also there's a glint of silver that seems to shimmer along the surface. There's decorative symbols and signage of lion carved around the hilt, as the full thing seems to be made from a metal piece. It's not, the hilt is made of wood with the spear attached. The entire thing seems to be made out of the same material.
That's really the one I would find right off the bat, correct? That's the thing in my head.
Yeah, this is the one she shows you after. I thought you were saying this out loud to her, like what you were saying to her. If you're just looking, like, are you
Well, the
asking?
thing is, if she's helping, I'm asking to help find
I think you're cutting off for me, Moomer.
any like
Yep.
ancient weapons. So, that's not something I'm saying, but I'm just trying to figure out if tape. Am I dying?
Yes.
You're fine.
I'm dead. 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 Die.
Okay. So, did you hear me
Yes.
describe the bronze ancient weapon? The spear.
I'm starting to take the
Perfect.
silence as a no.
I am back, but the big thing I was trying to get at is basically I'm just trying to think what would be the thing Tavian would like keen-eyed for,
Okay.
He said ancient, and if I could buy all the ancient weapons, but truthfully, he's looking for something specific.
So, in this situation, she is showing you an ancient spear that seems to have been made of a bronze and different, like, silvery sheen over it that claims to be ancient. It's got decorative bits of line across it. This is one such item. We're not entirely sure what civilization it comes from, but it could be something of use to investigate. It's not magical, but it is preserved.
Ooh, I have the perfect way of solving this problem. Does it look like something Tavian would make?
It's such a good way to ask that.
I don't know Tavian's craft, but
No. That's for the GM. Like they're staring at it and they're like, "Is this something that like Tola would see and be like, that's a Tavian craft weapon."
looking for a Tavian crafted weapon in this particular mode, that's a D100 roll with a chance over. Hey, would they have the specific Tavian weapons here?
I mean, if they find an ancient weapon, they'll find the ancient weapon Tavian's been wanting.
That's fair, but it's also funny. Tavian's just after like fucking gear. But if you fucking find something that's him specific, it'll make him even happier. So let's see.
Oh my god, I got a 96.
That could be very
Okay.
good.
Okay. Give me a second.
High on loot rolls is a possibility. If you gotta ask questions of certain items from certain characters, just shoot me. I'll start answering questions then. I'll give you some options. Holy fucking shit.
Busy in a second, sorry.
Fine.
Give me a D1000 roll.
Holy shit.
Okay. Wow. I
You
rolled
forgot-
really low or really great.
You got the two spectrums, like, damn.
That's kind of fucking impressive.
So she was showing you this spear, like saying this is an ancient weapon of a civilization I'm not too sure of, and then you're looking around, losing your interest, and spot what you think to be a curved dagger that's set into a different glass casing of a selection of different items. And you can see a certain just way the hilt is made that for an instant makes you think Tavian. And it draws you closer to it.
Oh,
It
the hilt
seems
looks
that-
limp.
Seems the hilt has been made from a type of bone that's been carefully carved for a tight grip. A lever that's a mixture of scale has been tightly wrapped with a crimson line going through the mirror of it. Potentially a lizard or some kind of other creature. It's unusual, you can't quite place it. While the metal itself seems to be made out of a mix of steel with a slight orange glint to it, with lines going across the edges of it. It's been carefully just kept into a sharp hole. There's no sheath for it, that seems to be missing.
It's a dagger, though. Is that what you're telling me?
You see a dagger, yes.
Tola, or in this case, background character, will look and be like, "How much for this?" Pointing to that.
That particular item? It's missing the sheath. We've had it for a while. I'd say 60 gold coins would be sufficient.
60 or 16?
60.
Done. I'll buy that as well.
Very well, then. I don't exactly have a sheath for it, but I can get some binding. She'll look around for a moment before going towards the bandage and just carefully unrolling some of it before binding up the sharp edge.
I also have to ask one more thing, Gary, because I just realized something interesting that I forgot about my character developing something. Let me know if there's any like weird jewelry or specialty jewelry that they might have, because I think my character is having that moment where it's like, huh, why am I interested in things like that? Just so you know, I just thought of it.
Why am I interested in the shiny? Oh my god, they're just going.
There is jewelry here, as I said earlier. I'm guessing you're going to be drawn to white jewelry in particular.
I mean, that's one. Interesting enough, though, they might be. It's really anything that might go well with red. White can go pretty well with red.
So can black.
I have an idea. Give me another just D100 roll.
If I get 100 guys, it's just gonna kill me.
You get 100, it's still fucking good. God.
But looking around for your own as you carefully gather up this dagger, you'll see on a shelf where there's another bit of one of these decorative glass cases that's set into the wall, a glint of a gem that's dangling, and you realize it's not just one, there's a set. This is an onyx casing that glints with a faint red gleam as the light passes over it. The set of beautiful moonstone carefully set in these earrings that are dangling there. They're simple but beautiful as the light just reflects off them simply. A pure white captured in a black but red glinting stone.
Interesting. I see that as well. Basically, they say that pointing to the thing.
Gary,
Yes?
did you hear Moomin?
Nope. I kept getting poked and I might have drowned it out.
You're fine, you're fine.
I was trying to say it's like, she would say it's like, I'll look at those too. Anything special about them?
She'll glance over, then walk over. Tapping on the glass, it seems to just fade from existence as they reach over and pull them out. These ones, if I remember correctly, they were found next to a no longer functioning volcano, and what seems to have been a ruined civilization that has been claimed by it. As you can see from the outer casing, this appears to be made from a volcanic rock. Can't quite remember the name of the rock, but it's quite a beautiful one, and from what I understand, they can also be very sharp. The stones themselves are moonstone, and these ones have captured some of the light from our many different moons, the pale one in particular. Not a powerful effect,
much.
but how much? These ones, I'll say 200.
Okay, keeping that in mind. Finish what you were about to say. Sorry, I just have to do a budget.
As I was saying, there it is a magical effect tied to these. However, I haven't been able to identify them, so it's a bit of a mystery. It seems identified doesn't particularly work with this particular item. Just becomes a garbled bit of nonsense.
Want me to take a look at them?
You're free to try.
They will gently pull the earrings to see, like, if they notice anything weird. They'll give them one earring and they'll put one earring on, maybe, to just see. Which, by the way, isn't it kind of fucked up that suddenly now they have pierced ears? It's like, what the fuck? You stabbed my ears with, like, the music band.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of weird.
That just
Yeah.
made me realize, like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. Thank you for tuning in to our music. And it's like, is this how you tune in? Imagine someone.
Just a bunch of
That's
blood
true.
pooling out
That's
the ear.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So you put this earring in, and you just feel, for like briefly, just a sense of calmness, and then you just feel a small tingle from the mirror that's tucked away.
Oh my god. Pulls out the mirror.
The surface seems to ripple, but you only have nothing seems to have responded yet. You only have one earring in.
Puts on other earring.
You found the PM version of the AM thing.
You put the other one on, and as you do, the surface seems to ripple, and across the end of it, a sight opens up. As you see the views of what looks to be a nice, relaxing beach set out before you, the slow red gleam of the setting sun, as just the soothing, relaxing sounds of the waves rolling over and going back just flows out of the mirror.
Oh my god. I found sleep music. It's white noise.
If we find one made of like adamantine or something like that, do you think it's just gonna be dwarven metal?
I can't say anything.
Please. Please, that would be so funny. Please.
I can
guessing
hint that there is a lot of options available if you're lucky.
You know, Alexandra might get into your. Just to
They
find-
will look and be like, I solved your problem here. It doesn't work with Garble is because with your spell is because it requires another item. An item I have.
In that case, I believe 200 is certainly functional.
Fair enough. So I got 60 gold for a dagger that Tavian would want. A set of earrings. We're basically buying supplies from this person who has illegal and possibly shady ass things.
And the other item you wanted was a booklet on... Was it a surgical nature of altering yourself, or... What exactly? I need a bit of clarification on that side of things.
It has to relate with, I would describe as golem making. I say this
Oh,
too,
that kind of book? Then no. That's the kind of knowledge that would put me a bit in too much of hot water.
No. Not making like actual golems. Think of it as like when people in the past had to modify things, or rebirthing things, or recreating things. It's not making a monster thingy. It's a situation where it's like, hey, I created a creature, as they like say summoned or changed in their bodies of some sort. If there's a way to make that occur, that would be great. So maybe alter, That might be the closest way I could describe it. It's not creating a new thing, it's fixing the thing.
Okay. You're trying to find. You sounds like you did something bad with magic. You're trying to fix that. She sinks for a moment, looks around, and this is going to be a very difficult thing for this. Give me another D100 roll. As I have ideas of what she has, and that is extremely difficult to find.
That is true, but I'm not having to find something exactly. I already did find the book that I got from that creepy library.
You found that in the Arcadium where in particular the secured vault where everything is kept, an extremely old and battered book that you were meant to return, but instead you gave it over to another guy. It's like, hey, have this, research it. You basically stole from the Arcadium.
Well, the thing is, I didn't steal it. I'll return it. It's just if he reads it, then I don't have to worry about checking the book out again.
They have the worst criminal record against them. An overdue library book.
Yep. For the Arcadium, that is the case.
That is instant death.
But yes.
I mean, let's see what I get. I don't think I'm gonna roll high. It's gonna be a low one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
100.
Oh, I got an 80.
I'll give you something for an 80, but it's not going to be exactly what you're after. Let's see. I'm also going to check my list of books in case I had something that fits. So I've got a list of books. Now you're looking for something to alter something to make it as it was, correct?
You could think of it like that. In this case, I am trying to make it so that it can... How would I describe it? Think of something that cannot age and make it so that you can age it enough to the point where it's satisfying its specifications, and then we don't have to age it again. But you could think of it like that. So go on, show me what you have.
She goes over to a book as she opens up another one of these glass cases and pulls it out. It's a gold covering with what looks to be an orc on the front cover. But this orc has red skin and flaming hair. As they set it down on the counter. This book is called the Ifrit's Alterations. And despite the name, from what I've briefly gleaned over it, it seems to be more of a book about resetting your mistakes. It's a weird book of different things. I've seen how to fix your mistakes baking, how to fix your mistakes on the magical nature of things. Like, say you accidentally put in the wrong ruin for a summon and ended up pulling out, say, instead of a unicorn to just be extremely wild, you instead pulled out a chimera. That's how to fix it to change them back or get what you should without breaking the deal. It's a bit of a sketchy book. There might be something in here to hint towards what you're after, but I can't be too sure.
Oh no, I think this is fine. Honestly, why I say this is because it very much can serve as a safety net. What can I say? If you mess up making something old, you might need to revert it back to make it so that you could try again. It's a safety net book.
At the very least, it gives you a hint if you'd like to go see the writer, the author down the south.
Oh?
Well, yes, might be a descendant. I'm not actually sure how old this book is. It is an antique and carefully secured, so they may not be among the living. Descendants, maybe. They're part of the Fire Orcs that have settled around the Dwarven part of the kingdom down there. Apparently there's an ancient history there where they helped reclaim the mountain after it was lost.
Definitely very useful to keep then. I might as well buy the book then.
That would be 120. It's not magical by nature, but there are hints there that could help with research.
That is fine. 120 there. I have spent a total of 380. So I think the only thing then, Gary, is that do you want to roll just something random that might be like cool to find?
True, we could do that. In fact, this could be something for the one person that's not getting something that's currently in the crew, but that would be Alexandra, sure.
Either Alexandria or Navi, but Navi doesn't like having so many things, so it might be Alexandria. Watch it be just a foam finger that says "Go Bahamut."
Well, give me that D100 roll.
It's going to be right in the middle. Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
You said
Oh, God.
Bahamut, so I'm going to see you see a platinum scale that's just set in a casing. It's a large scale, like a massive scale. It almost looks like it's been turned into a plate, but it's beautiful and shiny. Almost mesmerizing in appearance.
Note to self. Extort Alexandria of all their gold by selling them this.
That, or give it to me and I'll make something out of it, because that's such a good material for paladin fucking plate mail.
Oh yeah. But basically they will ask how much for this one.
That is a very peculiar scale. It seems to just fog your mind when trying to peering too closely to it. Whoever found this has appeared to have turned it into a decorative plate of a sort. However, the material itself is extremely sturdy, and from testing it, it's of quite a use if you could put it in a certain direction. I'll say for this and the unknown qualities of it, 400.
Alright, I'll take it.
And you can write down a scale of Bahamut. Or you can even just put plate of Bahamut, because that's what it's been turned into.
I'm just imagining the plate is special because you just put food on it, it's automatically purified.
Like a
Wouldn't that
99,
be
like
fucking
holy
dope?
shit, you've got a 96 and a 99 on the same, just checking the secret backdoor thing. Like, what have we got here?
I mean, you know what? Let's roll one more D100 for something else fucking random, and then I'm done.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just seeing if I'm cursed, Gary. Okay? I keep rolling stupidly high.
Yeah, you've rolled amazing this entire session.
I need to
Dude,
roll.
I've
a
rolled
number-
good once.
I need to roll one number in the middle. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be either a 40 or a 60 or in between. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Oh my
There we
god,
go.
I was almost there.
Like you were looking around for a moment, you thought you saw a book about soldiers? You saw a 69 there for a moment. It's like, oh no, that's a book about cooking.
59 stances for cooking your rice.
Yes, exactly. This one doesn't seem to be kept in as secure of an area, but it's probably kept in here since you can see that the author's name is tied to the north, and that has its own connections.
I'm gonna be so fucking mad if I look at the title of the book and it says by the witch doctor and it's the picture of the witch doctor with a chef hat.
That I'll give you another D100 roll. There's a very just because that would be hilarious. I'm gonna have it be a potential.
Oh god, don't roll high. Okay, thank god.
Nope, for a moment you cease picturing the witch doctor, but instead you find a little halfling with a bright warm smile just on the header.
Do you even sell this book properly, or has it just kind of been sitting here for a while?
Oh, that one? I'd say that's been here for a while. It's less of a book that's actually an issue and more just people frown upon things from the north.
I will take it off your hands.
Yeah, that one, it'll just be simple 20 gold pieces.
Alright, so I spent a total of 700 gold. I think we're done here.
Very well, you've got the Ifrit's alterations, you've got yourself that dagger, you've got yourself the plate, and this book about rice. I thank you for your business.
Also, Gary, I'm really actually scared by my luck. Do you know why? I said it has to be a 40 or a 60, and I rolled a 59 and a 39. What the fuck?
That is crazy.
Tavian, give me a random number.
Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna say 67.
I'm going to do the exact opposite. It's going to be 43. Okay, cool. My luck ran out. We're good. I'm scared. We're done.
Right. But yeah, I guess we're getting in rooms.
And Pale will come back, skipping along. And I'm gonna wait till Alexandra comes back, but first things first with Tavian, they'll be like, here's your gold back.
Oh, how much of it do you hand back?
I hand you back 800 gold.
800 out of the 900. I mean, shit, alright. Pretty damn good.
Got everything for a deal. Under
Oh,
less
damn.
than 100 gold.
Wait, is it total or impale currently?
And Pale.
Got it. Nice. Alright, good. Good to hear. So what'd you get?
Well, something you made. throws him the dagger.
He'll catch it. And then he just goes silent.
It's my knife that my papa made for me from the bones of his leg.
Opposite. Wrong, opposite.
Aw, it's your mommy's knife.
No, it's the knife he made for his dad.
Oof.
A good letter opener.
I thought you would be happy with that one.
The letters were people.
I take off the hilt and rub my finger over the inscription.
Come back when you have the milk, it says.
Nope.
I know, I'm just playing. I don't know what the inscription says.
Yeah, but funny. It just reads, "Thanks for believing in me."
If that doesn't make you happy, well, I got this weird dinner plate that you might want.
Dinner
Don't know what
plate.
it's made of, but it's rather shiny. Hands them the platinum plate of Bahamut.
Yeah, can I just roll religion because my fucking dead companion was a champion of this guy.
I
Yeah.
also did this in front of Alexandria.
Question.
Yes.
As I look upon the plate, and due to my funky eyes, do I see funky things? Given that one eye absolutely fucking hates this and the other eye is like, oh, that's me.
I'd say it's less seeing something. It's more ow, ow, ow from one eye, and the other one is like soothing warmth. It's like, oh. One eye feels like I'm being stabbed, while the other eye is just feeling more clear and precise.
Oh,
You
that's
see...
a migraine. You need that checked.
Yeah, no, you absolutely see Alexandra just like closing her eyes and like shaking her head.
And yes, you see this seems to be a remnant of Bahamut, a scale of theirs that somehow ended up in this store by some miracle.
How the fuck?
Doesn't be tied to a plate.
Gods, I love you. Also, what the hell?
How?
I am marvelous, as you could already tell, Tavian. Tavy boy. Aw, you're so adorable when you're happy.
This is the happiest I've been in a hot minute.
That's
You
not
make
this
me
weird
so
look.
happy.
I don't think you'll like it.
I don't think I will. Why not?
59 ways of cooking rice.
He just chuckles. Just. I mean, cookbook isn't a cookbook. I can use anything. But. Boy, oh boy.
The joke is that the last one is fried and the rest of them are just steamed at different temperatures.
That's funny.
They're all the same rice recipe, it's just that you stand different ways.
Right. Alright. Tavian's gonna do that funky little identify. Who was the last person to use this knife? To actively use it. Has anyone used it since?
The last person to actively use this particular knife. You're gonna find the name of Shirley Shanks brushing over your mind. And you'll have the images of this man using this knife as they're cutting what looks to be a shape of a peg leg out as they're affixing it to themselves.
He just scowls. Then he'll just kind of put the knife back together. Is it in poor condition or is it in good condition?
It looks like it's being maintained, which, considering where you know it's got from, they likely restored it. Considering the last person that used it from your memory.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately not holding your father's memory as the last user, because it somehow ended up in the merchant store, which usually isn't a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, they could have got picked up as treasure.
True.
But if it didn't, that's fair. I mean, it just looks like a knife, so. He'll put it back together, and then he's going to start to maintain it. He'll pull out his tools for it.
Yeah. You can
Aw,
do
he
that
likes
role
his
if
new
you'd
toy.
like. And Alexandra, you're shaking your head. You try to blink out the pain. Do you look back at the scale?
With one eye open, the Bahamut eye only.
Yeah, you still feel it's a bit numbed, but the pain is still there. It's like you're close to this thing. They don't improve. But then the other one, you feel just this soothing sensation. You can see ripples just flowing across the surface of the scale like it's water.
It's
But do you want... Hey, what the fuck did you just do?
No, you sit down.
That's a natural...
I mean-
that's a 1 out of 100. Like, what were you rolling that for?
I was
Something
just
just happened.
curious if my luck was there, and it was. Also, I heard my puppy wake up, which means I gotta take them potty.
Go take it in the bathroom. And just... Alright. That scale's gonna make something fucking amazing for you, Alexandra. I'm going to do something. I don't know what yet.
alright.
Oh, come on, you can't tell me taking this up into battle wouldn't fucking send a fucking thrill up your spine, you fucking hoarding dragon. Come on, this is literally a piece of your god. I don't even know
No,
what this
like,
could
that's-
do.
Okay. Let me just show you something. She's just gonna touch it.
Which hand are you touching it with? Your right or your left?
Left first.
Is that the side with your good eye currently?
I think so.
So you press your hand against this, and you feel like a pulse going through your hand and into you. And for Tavian, you look, and there's just a brief flicker of a glow. And you can see what looks to be Alexandra's veins briefly rise up before going down.
Alright. Damn, that felt good. Okay, so, other hand now, because I guess I'm a masochist now. She'll put her right hand on the scale.
Okay.
I explode.
You take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
As the opposite response goes down, light seems to just flicker from your shoulder down to your fingertips and to the scale. And to Tavian's eyes, it seems like your veins went deeper into your skin, which doesn't look good.
Ooh, yeah, stop touching. Okay, stop. That's not good for you.
I
Oh.
can tell. Jeez. This hurt me more than the last 3 fights.
Alright. Well, we'll get you.
It'll just have to be a left-handed shield.
Right. Well, that's not your dominant hand, anyways.
Fun fact. I'm ambidextrous. Yee.
Oh. That's funny. I'm left-handed.
Well, you eat poop. I'm better.
You're more common. It's fine.
I'm
Special.
Yee.
Yeah.
I sat on the short butt.
That's alright. Me too. Right. This. Alright. Let's get you situated then. God, is there anywhere on this island that's got a sense of a source of heat?
I mean, other than the fiery passion between you and Tola, I have no idea.
I will just say this, if you're looking for a forge here, you're not going to find one.
Don't need a forge, I've got the tools. I just need a source of heat.
Counter
I could
argument.
tech.
Maybe don't field craft with the shard of my god. Save it for later.
Okay.
Sacrilegious piece of shit.
It's not sacrilegious.
A little bit.
I was gonna cheese the shit out of it.
It's fair.
But that's fair.
More cheese.
Oh, don't worry, I was. You have no idea the amount of effort Tavian is going to pump into this, and you can't tell me to having it, what could very well be Tavian's first crafted artifact wouldn't be a dope as hell thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Going into this upcoming combat with a dragon.
Hey, man, look. Alright. If you think you can pull it off, do it.
Alright. Because one of the items in my inventory is a fucking anvil.
Wait, you carry an anvil with you everywhere?
Yes! They're only 25 pounds. It's an item in D&D. It is technically part of a kit.
That would just be cumbersome just from the size of the thing, even if it is only 25 pounds.
You tie it to your back, your sack. You can't tell me that me carrying the arsenal of weapons I have is more impressive than the anvil. I mean, it's less impressive than the anvil. Where is it? I know I have it.
Did you just assume you had it?
No, I had one. Oh wait, it might be on the old character sheet. Hold on. If I lost it through character sheets, that's on me. I think I lost it through character sheets. I'm just gonna say that I don't have it. It's fine.
So you don't have an anvil?
Nope. I've probably left it at work, at home. Just fuck. He's... Might have to wait.
Well, shoot.
I mean, unless there's somebody who does, like, fucking horseshoeing around here. There has to be some kind of metal worker in the area.
We can look around for a bit next session.
Well, as I said earlier, you're not going to find a smith here.
There's not anybody that does any kind of metalworking at all? Like for nails?
Maybe on
I-
that side, they are rebuilding this place.
Mm-hmm. You kind of have to have a blacksmith. Like, literally, that's one of the things you have to have a settlement.
Welcome
They
back.
have a Smith Black.
I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to find a pun that will hurt you.
Good luck. I'm full of puns.
I know it's great. But yeah, no, you trying to end session there, Rat?
I don't know, are you?
I don't know. I'm down for whatever you guys want to do. I can keep going for a little bit, but not much longer.
I mean, the problem we're in is that really what we're doing is that we're just kind of like investigating. Are we investigating? We're kind of just having end time, you know? And the problem is not
Yeah,
here. It's kind
we're-
of awkward, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, in that case, since
How about we do some housekeeping?
that's kind of the plan on my end, I still gotta put a few things into my character sheet.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because, Gary, you never told me what the dead man's dice do.
For the dead man's dice?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I-
in that case, Rad, if you want to end the recording and go to bed, you can. We'll just do some housekeeping stuff off the book.
Fair enough.
If you were to...
Good
There's not a
night.
magic...
What? Oh, like and
Go-
subscribe.
yeah. Yeah, like
Remember,
and
go
subscribe.
to Tavian's channel to like and subscribe over there. He will be uploading videos again soon. Fingers crossed.
I'm gonna fight my
Also,
PC.
penis.
No!
Oh yeah, penis. Gotta make sure we get this one in there.
Uh,
Just like Tavian is gonna try and get one and impale. Okay. Good night.
yeah, the fuck up.